Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dice Fables 2 Annihilation. I'm Spencer, your DM.
Hello.
This is session 47. These are my lovely players. Say hello, lovely players.
Hello, lovely players.
Very nice. All right. In alphabetical order, up first we have Abby. Abby, who are you and who are you playing?
I'm Abby, she, her. I'm playing Elspeth. She's a storm sorceress. She has an angel in her head. And we are having an okay time-ish. Yeah,
all right.
We're feeling good. We're feeling optimistic.
All right. The ball is rolling up.
Too slow,
I'm
Abby.
listening to
80% is going to fail.
Starstruck Odyssey right now. It's fantastic. It's some of the funniest shit I've ever heard. So yes, the ball is rolling up.
It's so good. The ball is rolling up.
Nia.
Hello, I'm Mia, she, her. I'm playing Glowie. Glowie's a kitty.
Yes.
Curiosity will kill the cat.
Always.
That's kind of what it is.
Following up, and if I may add, Starstruck Odyssey, some of the funny shit I've ever heard. I don't think anything will beat Chumble Down Vim from the second season of Fantasy High. I'm going to shut down your mouth. It was one of the this is one of the hardest I've laughed. I was literally crying at work listening to that. So thank you, Riley. I love you very much, and I thank you so much for Dropout TV. Who are you, and who are you playing today?
I am Riley, he, him. I'm playing Sven, they, them. And I listened to the recording of a couple games ago and absolutely hated the sound of my own voice. So there's that.
Dude, your voice is getting deeper and gravelier. You sound like a stoner teen. It's fantastic.
I don't like the sound of my recorded voice. I'm allowed to dislike it.
That's
I mean,
perfect.
if it's any consolation, I hate the sound of my own voice in recording.
You know what? If it was 2000, if it was like 2004, you'd be right at home in a mall in the Hot Topic with a trench coat. You have the vibe, you have the voice.
But I have a cardigan. I'm a cardigan boy.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying maybe you should look into edgy Matrix aesthetic. It might fit you.
Maybe you should look into time travel.
Well, no,
Exactly.
I'm campaign 2 Taliesin, not campaign 1 or 3 Taliesin.
Yeah. All right. Last but certainly not least, the bottomest bottom, the very end of all things. Yusuf, who are you, and who are you playing?
It's me, the guy. I'm playing Olaf. Dungeon Dragons, woo!
Yeah.
Hey!
I think we're trying to 80% this session, so
basically, yes. This is a speed run. In the spirit of speed running, what happened the last time, and what are you doing now?
We went into the tomb, we didn't fall for the obvious trap. Curiosity almost killed the cat because I just had to go into the dark, funny mouth. Elspeth almost died because they became a man, and that is not cool, so they continued drinking from the cursed vomit your lungs out fountain until they were back to being a lady. And all of them was like, oh no, my wifey, and almost got smacked into a magnetic statue.
Actually, he succeeded all of his saves.
You did, yeah. That was some incredible athletics checks there. Yeah, because you would fly towards that. You would take the fall damage for every square that you traveled across, because it increases you to terminal velocity immediately. And also anything that is metal that touches it immediately disintegrates. So, bye-bye magic items.
Yeah. Besides that, we found one of the tombs of the 9 trickster gods, and unfortunately I could not help the very confused crystal skull girl, and then it turned into a flaming skull, and then we had to kill it. Mm-hmm. And then Olaf decided to open a tomb and touch a magic staff, and now he got a snake in his head.
It's true.
But he can turn invisible.
Yeah. And I decided to homebrew that because I already gave you a Staff of the Python. Moa's magic item is no longer a Staff of Python. Instead, it is a Rod of the Pack Keeper, which I think we're going to give to Nara, because she's the only warlock in the party. So she gets an extra warlock spell per day. It just gives +1 to her attacks and saves, which she needs.
I convinced Spencer to get that one instead.
I was just
Hooray me.
I was just looking around. You're the one that remembered that exists, so I appreciate that.
I was looking over the uncommon magic items. I was like, ooh yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got past the blade, and now we are in front of, I think it is the monkeys.
Yeah,
this evil
chaos monkey.
Yeah.
And Sven has a feather falling charm.
That's correct. That was the other thing that I realized.
Days.
You would have taken no fall damage from the pit, which means you wouldn't have been poisoned and you wouldn't have been stabbed. So, Sven, I don't remember if you've
What
taken
pit
any
did I
damage.
fall in?
Right at the beginning of the
Oh
tomb.
yeah, the pit!
So I don't remember how much damage I
Right.
dealt to you, but if you want to give yourself 20 hit points back, and also you're not poisoned anymore, because you would have feather fallen down there and taken damage.
Then you wouldn't have been poisoned, so I didn't have to use the spell. I healed people up afterwards.
That's right. So in that case, you can give yourself a first level spell slot back for lesser restoration, and you can get. You weren't raging, so we'll just average it out to 20. You can have 20 hit points back. That's my bad. I forgot about that charm. Oh yeah, I think you rolled really low. The people that rolled really badly were, I think it was Abby who rolled really bad for Elspeth and Nare, which is hilarious.
I rolled 1 damage for the I rolled 1 damage for the spike or the spikes, and I forget you rolled the bludgeoning damage, but I don't remember what that was.
Maybe just 15.
So basically, what this does is I got my second level slot for the lesser restoration back, which is nice.
There you go. So you get your second level slot back, and if you're not at full already, you can give yourself like 10 or 15, whatever gets you closer to full. Riley. So that's my bad. I forgot about that charm that I gave you because, I made it up. Because I wasn't expecting anybody to look into the pool. But, you looked into the Dread Realms, and, after that, you have a bit of madness, but you also have a charm while you're mad, which is nice.
The fuck? Why do I have
I just need to be. I just need to be Yorm. I need Yorm with me.
Oh, also, I think it was Olaf that took the Necklace of Adaptation. From
it's
Ross
just
Neeson.
on our person. We just have it.
That would be an important thing to declare. I don't remember if it's attunement or not, but inhaled poisons seems like something that you'll encounter in this tomb. It's a good thing to have that declared ahead of time so you can take advantage of that, because having advantage on saves against inhaled poisons in a place that you know will have gaseous poisons is a good idea.
It does require attunement.
Okay.
I think we gave it to Nare, yeah.
That makes sense. I'll have to fix that in the recap there. Good to know. Well, for now, you destroy.
Ari's getting decked out of magic stuff. She has more magic items than I do.
Yeah.
I basically have only got my cap.
Well, she's essentially your hireling, so it's important to keep her alive.
You know, hireling, she's our friend.
You are in Longo's tomb. You see a deep pit opening up at the entrance of the tomb, with a stone sarcophagus resting at the bottom. A snarling monkey-like creature decorates the sarcophagus lid. Beyond the pit, there are 3 treasure chests sitting on stone daises. The one on the left is black onyx, the middle one is rusty iron, and the right-hand one is a cast of silver glistening with frost. And the pit is about 20 feet deep. What would you guys like to do as you enter this place?
I would like to jump over the pit so I can look at the chests.
We can do that. I just realized I need to roll something real quick.
50 Sioux monsters start coming out of the floor. They are ghost
Don't be
Sioux
ridiculous.
monsters.
They come from the
like
ceiling.
Make 20 saves against the paralyzing screech.
Yeah, you should be able to make that jump. What's your strength?
Should be 10.
Yeah, you should be able to clear 10 feet with a running start. So you want to check out
Imagine not giving the climbing speed because it would be too broken, so instead they give the very weird pet agility instead.
Yeah.
You don't even get pet fall for some reason. I mean, come on.
Honestly, a dex save when you land from falling to take half damage off of the fall damage would be... feels like a cat thing. But
Or just do it like the monk thing. The monk thing would also make...
Yeah. The zoomy sprint is also very good.
There are a lot of, like, cat traits that you could give a cat person.
They should do more of the ancestry feats.
You know what's weird?
Some of the base ones.
Cat people, like, super common in like fantasy RPG games.
I wonder why.
Not really.
You want to be a dog when you be a
Because they're
cat.
superior.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dog people are still fun though.
Anyway, D&D.
Anyway, D&D,
Neck chest.
Yeah.
I want to look at neck
so you
chest.
can absolutely
Wait,
look at
no.
these chests.
Wait, yeah, we'll see. Glowie, are you sure you want to just go opening that? It seems like there's some sort of relevance to them.
Let me think about it. Yeah,
Okay.
Wait, what's going
That's not
on?
She's being dumb.
We should examine them or something. Look for
Could you
traps.
let me look over them before you open them?
I think she's already done it.
Yep. She's already over there.
I think if you continue talking like this, she would have already done it.
Each chest is about 5 feet long, 3 feet wide, 3 feet high. So they're about footlocker size. They seem to be unlocked.
If she dies, I feel
There's no lock on
justified.
them. The latch is just freely flopping there. None of them are currently open.
Hey, they're not even locked. This is too easy. And then I just opened the black chest.
The don't!
The iron one?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just scroll down with
I
it.
don't remember
that's
what
the obsidian
orange
one,
was,
right?
by the way.
I thought that was the obsidian one. Or the... I thought it was obsidian or whatever.
Onyx.
Sorry,
Iron,
black
iron.
onyx. The black onyx. Gotcha.
Black onyx,
Okay, so you crack open the black onyx chest, and you see that inside, tucked into the underside of the chest lid, there's a keyhole that doesn't seem to correspond to the density of the chest at all, because there's a gold key that has been set into the lock and turned to the side about a quarter turn, so that it's very clearly locked.
Right. So it's in the chest lid?
Yeah, so it's, as far as you can tell,
Okay.
the chest is empty. When you flip the latch up and open the chest, in the top of the chest, like if you were laying down, say, like a coffin inside of this chest, looking straight up, it would be at like navel height above you if the chest was closed.
So it's like in the center of the chest lid.
Yeah,
And like
and the key is very clearly turned. Again, the density of the lid doesn't seem to make sense with how long the key would clearly have to be.
Magic chest.
Yeah, but it's very clearly turned to the side from the keyhole, so it is locked somehow.
I would like to try to turn the key in either direction and see if it moves.
Yeah, you can give me a strength check. It can be athletics if you are proficient.
Elspeth, while she's doing that, Elspeth can't jump over the thing, so she'll move and let Sven and Olaf go through if they want.
Very good. You'll need to take a bit of a running jump to be able to get across the corner, but you can absolutely do that.
15.
Ooh, 15. Yeah, you push as hard as you can. The key does not seem to be movable in any direction. You also can't pull it out because it's been turned. So the teeth are pulling on the inside.
So this is like... Can I gently try... Can I do the thing like on the fridge where you like close the door and you look if like there's a specific point when I either like see something happening or hear something happening?
That is a very interesting thing to do. You can give me a perception check as you're experimenting. And do you have keen senses?
In this form, no.
Okay, never mind. So it's just a perception check.
16.
Yeah, so you notice
Close the thing
as
and
soon
see
as
if
the
anything
door
happens.
is fully shut and the latch on the outside goes back over the little loop that would lock it, that's when you hear the click of something unlocking on the inside.
Oh.
So it would
I
seem
think
that
someone
the
has
chest
to go
be
into the
closed.
chest.
The size of a footlocker.
There's like a key in the lid, and
It's
it can't be
5
turned
feet
if the
by
chest
3
is
feet.
open.
So if
And if you go in there, you might be able to turn it.
yeah, if Olaf went into one, your knees would be up against your chest a little bit, but it wouldn't be too uncomfortable.
I've seen too many plays of El Sawtrap at the Baldur's Mouth Theater that I'm not gonna get in a fucking box.
I mean, what's the chance that if you go in there and then twist the key, you die a horrible death? Where, I don't know, the icy chest makes you into a popsicle, and the black chest, what's that, like decay? Makes you into a zombie?
I'd like to... 1 second. I'm just checking if I have detect magic with the manuscript feature. I'm Olaf is furrowing his brow, just entirely not convinced by this, and he wants more information. It's like, what the
Fair
fuck,
enough, fair
no.
enough. There are 2 more chests you can have a look at.
I mean,
There's also the sarcophagus at the bottom of the pit.
Detect magic. I'd like to expend my my usage of Nanny's gift to use detect magic in this room.
Oh, nice. There should be information on what this is. I'm just going to scan down here real quick. Okay. So the chest, or the sarcophagus, I should say, at the bottom of the pit is reading a very strong sense of alteration magic. And you don't get a sense from the chests themselves, but that magic of the sarcophagus is clearly connected. So it seems like whatever alteration magic is tied to the sarcophagus is interwoven to the chests. Transmutation, yes. Alteration is the Elder Scrolls one.
Oh, that's fair. I wasn't sure if it was specifically it'll alter something.
Transmutation.
I would like to check out the gold chest, and I will already listen when I open it, but because I kind of feel like they're going to be similar.
Yeah. You know what to listen for now. As soon as you pull the little iron, the catch up to be able to lift the lid, you hear the click on the inside as whatever clamps lock the key in place are engaged. You open up, and you see it's the same exact thing as the other chest. It's an empty chest on the inside, just this one's made of gold. There's another, you'd say maybe 3-inch long gold key, middle finger length gold key.
So it's a gold
stuck
key
up
in
into
both
the
of them?
roof and turned. Yeah, gold key in both of them. Seems to be identical on the inside, other than the material of the chest itself.
Just in case, I will try the same thing where I try to move the key, and then afterwards do the same thing with the silver chest.
Yep. No need to make a check. It's the exact same thing as before.
So 3 chests, when you open them, you hear a click, and then there's a key that's very slightly turned, and all of the keys are golden, and you can't move them because they're locked when the chest is open.
If you would like to make further checks on the chest themselves, you are welcome to. Just tell me which one you want to look at further than that, but this is your cursory glance around. And again, it's just transmutation magic in here. Mainly from the sarcophagus, but it is linked to the chests in here as well.
I feel like the guy wants us to go into the chest to then turn the keys, but I'm not that dumb.
Character growth.
I look at Olaf and Elspeth, didn't think I would say that, huh?
I'm honestly quite shocked. Maybe there's a clue on the poem from the obelisk.
Perhaps. It should be in your journals to have a look at.
Yeah, I'm looking for... Do you know which thing it's under?
It should be...
I found it. The enemies oppose,
Can
blood
you
stands
tell me
between
where
them,
it
and
is?
darkness hides dawn. Oh, yeah, no, the keys turn on the inside only.
Is it an overhead? I think it's an overhead.
It is.
I found it. The keys turn on the inside
Overhead
only.
locations, Tomb of the Ancient Nine Gods, as
yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay,
Keys turn on the inside only.
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, that's... Maybe it's... Will be safe then?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid idea. Did any of us have Mage Hand?
Great question.
I'm
Do
not a
any of you have
magician,
Mage Hand?
sorry.
Elspeth has Mage Hand.
Elspeth? Can you come over?
I can't jump that far.
Can you? I mean, you can cast Mage Hand from there, right?
Just 30 feet.
Let me see the range.
Yep,
Should be
they're 30 feet away. Exactly.
Yep, okay.
I'm
They're
gonna
very
open the
fancy.
silver chest. Can you cast your Mage Hand in the chest? And then I close the chest, and your Mage Hand then twists the key?
That sounds like a good idea.
If this works, I deserve a snack.
Jeez.
Do you
Right,
need
so
a
we
line
get the
of
key in.
sight to tell Mage Hand to do so?
I don't need...
I
I
don't
don't
think
need
so.
eyesight.
Well, if you cast it on a key, and then you...
A point you
cast it,
choose
hold-
within
it holds the
range.
key, and then you close
Yeah,
the thing.
you don't need line of sight. It's literally just like an extendo grip. An extendo grip.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, absolutely. So, Elspeth, you are standing at the edge of the pit. Where's everybody else when you do this? Just in case.
I mean, I would be next to the chest to open the chest.
Hello?
Maybe everyone else get on the other side of the room.
I'm gonna just shuffle around to the other side and just sort of watch.
Okay. Everybody's splayed out. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, Elspeth cast the spell. There's a golden ethereal hand.
Maybe Glowie should come and stand near me instead of being right next to the chests.
I'm fine.
We need someone to close it.
Exactly. So chest goes open, hand goes in.
You don't actually have to see the spot where
I mean,
you
I can
cast
close it and then I can move, I guess.
Yeah,
the
you don't
thing that
actually
I'm
have to
wondering
stay.
is, you don't have any tactile
That's what you
sensations
choose.
from it.
No, but I know which way the key turns. I know.
Yeah.
I get you. I feel like this is something that'll just work. So yeah, Glowie. The mage hand appears inside the chest, gets into position to turn the key. Glowie shuts the chest. There's that clicking sound. Elspeth, you turn the key. The rest of you hear this like a whooshing sound from inside the chest, and that sound of it's almost like a very cold wind rushing.
So it's not like a little
Cold damage.
blizzard.
Yeah, something like that. At that point, you hear the tink of the gold key being pulled out after you hear that rush of wind, and then you hear. Here we go.
Wait a minute.
Sorry. You hear a popping sound from down at the bottom of the pit. And when you peer down into the pit, you can see that the sarcophagus, with Wongo depicted on the face of it, suddenly has a button has appeared on it above the picture of his hideous face. It seems to be a silver button.
It's a button. You gotta push the button.
We should probably do the key turning thing in all three before we push any buttons.
Push the button. Okay, we can do the other test first. But tips on the buttons.
I mean, poses the action.
First I would like to actually check if I can open the silver chest.
No.
Considering it's not.
No.
Okay.
When you flip the latch up, the lid doesn't seem to let up. And when you reach and pull on it, no matter how much you pull on it, it seems to be like fully sealed shut. It's not moving.
Mm.
There's this short look of realization. Oh. I think I would be locked in there if I actually went in there. Good thing
Yeah.
I'm really smart.
Question: how are you supposed to do this dungeon if you only have 3 party members? Because I feel like I have an idea of what the intended solution is.
You can think
I
you know
feel
the
like that
intended
is your
solution if
intended
you want.
solution.
Alright. Yeah, I think we'll just do the mage armor, mage hand
Is
thing.
your
on
mage
all
hand
chests.
on? Because I think mage hand also has hit points.
No, that's
No,
Baldur's
that's
Gate 3 thing.
I can attack in the tabletop game, which is the difference.
It's interesting.
So you're uncasting
the
a mage
chest
hand?
cold, by the way.
Yep.
Very good. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's cold to the touch now. Yeah, it's. And,
I feel like if you were in there, the
frosty.
problem would not be having enough people for this. I think the problem would be people dying from this.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we do the same with the gold chest and the onyx chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let us know if anything special happens, I guess.
don't see any reason why this wouldn't work. So with the iron chest, it is iron chest, right?
Yeah,
Is that
it's
right?
iron and onyx.
Thank you, not gold. The iron chest, when you do the same thing, you close it, you hear like, it sounds like a pepper grinder on the inside.
Yeah.
for a few seconds, and then the familiar tink as the mage hand is uncast and the gold key drops to the bottom. And then for the onyx chest, you actually don't hear anything. Just completely
That makes me
silent
more
when you
worried
turn the
somehow.
key. And then the tink as the mage hand is uncast. And each time you remove a key from the inside of one of these chests, a button of a corresponding material appears on top of Wongo's chest, or sarcophagus. So now you see the grinning skull face of Wongo, and above his head there's an onyx button, an iron button, and a silver button.
Those just might be the switches to open the chests now that they're closed.
Sorry, Glowie, go ahead.
No, the smart thing would be pressing it with the mage hand, but
I mean,
Wonderful.
there's that. But also Sven has
You-
Featherfall, so Sven can't take fall damage. So Sven could fall down there.
I mean, I want to go in. Can I
How
try to
deep
go
is
in there in a way that I
pit?
don't take full damage?
I'll answer your second question, Mia. The pit is 20 feet.
Okay.
What was your question, Mia?
If I can manage, if I carefully try to get down there. Actually, I guess
The walls are sheer.
I give Sven a bit of rope
There you go, to climb back up.
and then like climb down the rope.
There also is the remains of the fan that you could very easily tie a rope to.
Yeah,
I'm strong.
You are strong.
I feel like maybe actually tie it to the fan.
Good idea.
Because then we don't have the need of someone holding this if I suddenly knock it out.
Yeah. So Sven, you head down there. You're now facing
Glowie
the
heads down there.
sarcophagus. Oh, I'm sorry. Glowie's heading down. My apologies.
Yeah, I'm holding the rope.
Gotcha. And the end is tied to the fan, just in case.
Olaf,
I guess
is
I
onyx
have to be
more
here.
valuable than silver?
Can I make a tools check to see if onyx is more valuable than silver?
You certainly can. This will just be a DC 10.
Okay. Would this just be double proficiency?
No, you're being heard,
or
Riley.
would this-
You can absolutely be there. We were just talking earlier about the rope being tied there being a little more reliable. In case...
No, earlier I read out the riddle with the he has to be turned on the inside, and it seemed
Oh
like
no,
no
we
one...
heard you. We
No,
were
no,
looking for
I-
where
I-
it was in the folders, so that Abby could look at it herself.
Yeah.
Sorry. What'd you roll?
so this
You
just...
know,
I
Artificer
haven't rolled.
tools
I
check.
just want to know if I have a bonus. Oh, so then it's just plus 9, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, you pass it.
13.
So onyx generally is, depending on the piece, it's going to be worth more because onyx would be sold by the bar, and so by weight, it's a little more valuable than gold.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Well, no. If it's more
Yeah.
valuable than gold, it's more
Because
valuable than
like
silver.
an ingot of a bar of gold is, I think, 10 gold pieces, whereas a bar of so I need to double check this now. It's an art object thing.
Onyx is a rock.
Yes, I believe it's one of the art objects that you can get. Well, there's a figure of wondrous power. There
Well,
we
this
go.
might just be nothing anyway.
I'm sorry, it's not a
it
bar,
is,
it's a
more
gemstone.
expensive.
It's a gemstone. So an onyx gemstone is worth 50 gold pieces. So it's about 50 times
No,
more
more
valuable
than
gold by
silver.
weight.
Okay. I would like to press the iron button, then the silver button, and then the onyx button.
Okay. So
And I
press the
specifically listen if there's a very pleasant click if I press the button.
There is a very pleasant click. It's very satisfying. You get the Aasimar tingles.
After every single button press, you can see Glowie's ears wiggle like, that's a good one. I've been in a design museum once, and they had so many random things like buttons and knobs and pulleys and stuff, and just going through there and like pressing buttons and stuff is so fucking pleasant. It's so good. Highly recommend.
With each button, those of you up at the top of the pit, you can hear every time Glowie presses a button, the corresponding chest, there is a satisfying clicking sound, as whatever was keeping them shut is released. And as soon as you press the last one, Glowie, the buttons magically disappear from under you, and you hear the sound of ice suddenly forming as the sarcophagus lid in front of you suddenly becomes transparent crystal, and you could see on the inside, beneath a heavily scratched roof of his sarcophagus, is Wongo. Very dead, very dehydrated and decayed. It looks like Wongo was trying to claw his way out for a very long time before silently dying. And you could see clutched
Wongo's buried
a
alive.
few of his paws is a horrible, scary-looking mace.
A mace. Ugh.
Like the Mace of Terror?
Yes, that is another item I gave you before, so this is going to have to be another homebrewed item, because I'm dumb and didn't look ahead.
Oh.
It's, what's the one from Curse of Strahd, the fucking thigh bone of St. America?
Sure.
The legendary artifact?
Yeah.
Yeah, can it
Just
just be that?
specifically for killing undead.
Mace of Disruption. Sure.
Yeah, it's so... Oh no,
Anyway.
I mean, just a thigh bone of some random fucking saint. It'd be funny.
Monkey bone.
But you can see...
Plus quantify on an enemy.
Yeah, the corpse of Wongo is beneath a transparent crystal sarcophagus lid now. You could see he was... they very clearly tried to mummify him, but he survived the process and tried to claw his way out.
I would like
That's
to try to
horrible.
open that, because I think we said that Wongo seems very fitting for Glowie.
You sure can. You can give me an athletics check if you want to. And Elspeth and Max Henri, could you give me perception checks?
Yeah.
While Glowie is trying to shove on the lid. A 10. Yeah, the lid doesn't seem to move. You could give me a perception check as well, Glowie, now that you're interacting with the lid. Okay, so that's
24.
24. So I'll answer that in a second. I just need to look up something real quick. There it is. There's the information. I need to roll something real quick.
Is this the point where we get the 22 monsters out of the floor?
No, nothing like that. Oh wow, that's a real bad roll. So I will get back to what Nare and Elspeth noticed. But Glowie, what you get with your 24 perception, you can't move this lid. It seems to have been firmly fixed in place. Otherwise, you're pretty sure Wongo would have found a way to open it. What you do notice when you're shoving at it is the sarcophagus lid is actually scratching under your claws. So while it was transmuted into stone, Wongo couldn't make any headway on it. But at the moment, the crystal seems to be a lot less... Oh, it's no less hard, it's substantially more brittle. You think if you hit this with any amount of bludgeoning damage, or maybe even thunder damage, you would be able to clear this out of here real fast. But you're going to have to break through, because it has been sealed so thoroughly to prevent Wongo from getting out.
I don't have as lots of bludgeoning damage.
As Glowie thinks
Besides
about this, Elspeth, you hear a like skittering sound, like spider legs.
Yeah.
Hello, kitty cat. Welcome home.
I'll say I think there might be something back here, guys.
Yeah, the two of you turn around. You both have dark vision, I think, right? Am I right with that?
Elspeth
Nari shouldn't have.
Elspeth does, Max Henri doesn't, but we have light cast on her, I think.
Gotcha. You have light cast on her? Is that right?
Yeah.
Good. You turn around, you don't see anything in the hallway behind you. But Nare peers up, and then you also follow her eyeline as she looks horrified. Up in the pit above the fan, there is a skeleton that was clinging like a spider to the top of the fan thing. Now that the fan is gone, it seems to be animating and waking up. As it's skittering little spider sounds as its fingers and toes somehow magically adhere to the ceiling above. And it turns down to look at Nare, little pinpricks of light at the base of its skull eyes. And I need to look up something else real quick. It has a weird head. Yes, Kitty, stop staring at me. I can feel your eyes burning a hole into me. I'm doing something. I'm busy.
Oh, this is the one thing I remembered from the tomb.
I need to look
Yeah,
up the description of these.
Elspeth just looks up. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it shrieks at you. Here it is. You can see, you know those crystal skulls where they have the elongated back of their heads?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Oh, well, crystal skulls are the subject of the 4th Indiana Jones movie,
Yes.
which is much maligned. Unfairly, I think. But this skeleton's skull, it looks like the skull got squished, almost like clay, and mushed into this very long cranium in the back. And you can see it looks like there's this very long Toblerone-shaped back of this thing's head. Its skull extends into a triangular point at the back. And its weird head skull spins around in its spine. It shrieks at the two of you, and I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative. Open the initiative tracker before I do that. There you go.
So, in what universe does this thing not immediately die?
If I roll 3, you don't know what its stats are.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like a regular skeleton.
You don't know. You don't know.
I don't know. It's going to cast fucking thunder waves 12
Be
times.
careful that you don't spoil what this thing is called, because it would give us a hint what we should do with
It's
it.
too late.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't see it.
Is it called John?
John.
His name is John. I don't see the name anywhere yet, so it's fine.
Oh, right, 'cause I had it
I
on
don't
camera.
remember it right, the
Nice,
name is
clever.
spoilers.
Yeah, I'll just change it real quick. There we go. There we go. Now I will roll initiative for it. Boom. And since you spotted it, it won't get a surprise roll on you. Or a surprise turn on you. So, Glowie, you're at the base of the pit. You hear this awful shriek from up above. You have no context for what that is.
You guys okay? Do I need to come out?
There's like some weird spider skeleton thing. Like a human skeleton, but it's acting like a spider.
I'll just smack it. You're gonna be alright. You're really good at that. I would like to try to smack my shield on top of the tomb to try to break it.
Yeah.
Not the shield, the tomb.
Yeah. So you can give me an unarmed attack. So I don't think you'll be proficient in this, because this isn't how shields are supposed to be used. But it'll be a d4 damage, because it is a shield. 22 will hit. So yeah, this will be a d4 plus your strength bludgeoning, minimum 1.
Well, my strength is 10, so...
So just a d4.
Bludgeoning damage.
So you slam this into the sarcophagus lid. You hear a loud crack, and a bunch of spiderweb cracks begin extending out from that spot where you hit. And I will mark that down.
Oh, hey, this is working.
You do not make too much headway, however. But you started it. You started the process. And you do feel like the shield was more effective than your claws would have been.
Oh yeah, my claws are like slashing.
Mm-hmm.
They have better damage die, but kind of useless. Anyway, yeah, that's all. I believe in my friend being able to kill a skeleton spider.
Nice. Sven, we come to your turn. So you heard this shriek. You don't see anything. Also, you're muted.
Yeah. Sven is going to grab. They have a warhammer, and so they are going to grab it and hold on to it and think for a minute. No, grabs the staff and lowers it down to Glowie. Here, whack it with this.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a big hammer.
So now you have a quarterstaff.
Are you guys really more concerned with that coffin than this fucking thing?
Yeah,
Just like it.
that was a free object interaction. Shut up. So I toss.
I can't get out there
A
because
quarter
Elspeth's
down,
fat
yeah.
ass is in the way.
It's
Down to
fine.
you.
I was literally about to tell Elspeth's fat ass to move 5 feet.
So Sven, you move there. Anything else you want to do while you're there?
I'm gonna jump across. I would love to jump across. but
You can certainly try that. It'll be a tumble check, which is a acrobatics check. Since I'm
Acrobatics
assuming Elspeth is willing, I won't have her contest it, but it'll
Yeah.
just be a 10. You just have to beat a
Okay.
DC 10 acrobatics check. to get
That's an
past
actual one, so I'm falling down into the pit.
it. Shit. Well, thankfully no fall damage.
Yep. So I'm floating down into
You
the
could
pit.
give me a dexterity saving throw, because we did establish that the rope was tied to the fan.
This is true. And
DC 10
So
to catch
I make
yourself with your dex save.
dexterity saving throw.
You
18.
can see this coming, so you would have advantage.
Well, I got an 18.
Well, you want to roll for a crit?
It's a 20.
I mean, it's better. Yeah, you can catch yourself with the lip.
Okay, I catch the
So,
lip.
how much movement was that? It'll be difficult terrain to shove your way. Yeah, you'll have just enough room to scramble past Elspeth.
I have 40 feet of movement, so I think we're good. Alright, now I'm gonna smash this dude.
Unfortunately, it is in the air. It is clinging to the ceiling, and the ceiling where the fan is, I believe, 15 feet high. I will double check that real quick.
Well,
So
I
that's-
have some 10-foot reach weapons. Can I reach it with those?
Yes, you'd be able to hit it with a reach weapon.
Yay!
Yes.
I'm gonna pull
Technically,
out.
it's 12 feet high, but I'm going to say it's 15 feet away because it's deliberately prone on the ceiling.
Okay, so does that mean it's out of range?
Well, it's you can hit it with a reach weapon, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But you won't without.
Okay. I will attack it with my new magical glaive.
Nice. Your Hellfire Glaive. That does hit its AC. Well done. So you can roll damage.
Yay! Slash.
Slash. Very nice.
Meh.
You slash
And then-
across it. Well
I'm
done.
gonna attack for actions too.
Go for it. Ooh, that's another hit.
Yeah. A total of 20 damage.
20 damage. With that second strike, you can see it looks like it was about to cut the rope. What you can see is when you hit it with that final slash, all of its bones seem to be jettisoned away from its body catastrophically. Not in a way that
Did I just
damages
kill
any
it?
of you. Yes. But the bones do scatter into little bits and pieces that rain down on a lot of you. And the skull falls down, lands, bounces, and rolls towards you.
Well, that's fun.
And we're out of initiative.
But
I'm gonna step on the skull
Yeah.
and crush it.
Yeah, you can make me an athletics check if you want to.
Okay. Athletics. I'm good at that.
Yeah, you don't hurt your foot, but it doesn't seem to break under your foot. The rest of its
Mm.
bones are super brittle, but the skull seems to be pretty hardy. And as you stomp on it, actually, the skull rolls over, and you can see the reason why. That elongated cone at the back of its head is actually filled with something that's
Mm.
harder than bone.
shocking. What could it be?
Does Elspeth get like a knife in between the seams of the skull?
You can certainly try.
Yeah? I will.
So you pick up the skull, turn it over. You can see that the skull has fully grown around this. So whatever was implanted in this thing's head was done while it was alive. And it lived long enough
Oh.
for the skull to grow around it. So there's actually no purchase to which to get a dagger in. The reason being, when you turn it over, you can see that it looks like a large stone key was embedded into the skull of this person when they were a child. And the skull grew around it. So the skull is fully interwoven with this magical stone in its head. And at the very end of it, you can
Horrible.
see that there is protruding just the very tip of this stone triangle shape, and you very easily recognize it as some sort of key because there's an intricate amount of like crisscrossing patterns on the inside. It'd be like one of those compression keys rather than like a turning key.
The skull itself is a key?
It would seem so, yes. Or at the very least, a key was embedded in this person's skull while they were alive. And now it is continued to be animated after death.
Congratulations, you defeated Skull Key.
Oh, is that the name of the monster? Skull Key?
Skeleton.
Yeah.
Skeleton key.
And I think
have
the basically just ran away.
You have retrieved the first skeleton key. Well done.
Nice one.
First?
I hate that, thanks. I actually think it's really fun.
I mean, it looks like there's like a key hanging from the image, right?
Yes.
But that's not the actual key. The key is the big stone protrusion.
Yes. Well, in the artwork, actually there is a picture. There is official artwork for this, so I might as well share that with you as well.
Such a fun picture.
Also, having fought it, the vibe that you get is it's not so much it's not that they're dangerous to fight. It's more that they're slippery.
They just run away.
I just got it real quick.
As for the picture with your fucking reach weapon,
Yay! Thank you for giving it to me.
you're welcome.
I mean, it was about to get eviscerated by a bunch of
If
rage
it had a
attacks,
soul, it
wasn't
would be sent down to the Nine Hells immediately, into the River Styx. No, you don't know that.
Yay!
There you go, skeleton key.
Ooh.
So here are the examples of what they
Oh,
look
those
like.
are weird.
Oh, so we have 5 skeleton keys to look forward to.
So I guess my description was a little off because in this they're like from the top of their skulls. I was having it protruding out of the back, but
Yeah,
get
not the
idea.
alien skull.
You get the idea. These poor people were embedded with magical keys during their lifetime and then forced to
Weird
grow
looking
around
key.
it. Yep.
You guys have made a shrieking
The
stop.
Archlet sucks.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
was starting to suspect the Sorcerer guy is not a nice person.
It's
Hey.
weird. Maybe he just really wanted to be a key in his life.
Yeah,
And that would be a really nice thing of a Sorcerer to do, because not killing someone while implanting a key in their head seems very hard to do.
Yeah.
So you should be thankful.
Anyway, Glowie, you
Alright,
want to
I'm gonna
make
jump across again.
Oh,
thanks. You want to make an attack roll against the sarcophagus lid with your warhammer that
Apparently.
you borrowed?
what was it, a Warhammer or was it a quarterstaff?
Was it a quarterstaff? I thought it was your warhammer. I might be wrong.
No, I thought about the Warhammer, but I thought that the quarterstaff might be more easier
I'm
for you to
pushing on a
wield.
quarterstaff, I'm just not very good at it.
Okay. Either way, you can make your attack roll with it.
It's a solid 8, and I would just add a 5 and a 14 and an
Thankfully,
8.
because this is
Holy
just a
shit.
box, its AC is 5. So you do hit it.
Oh, damn.
So you can roll your damage.
First one is a 4 bludgeoning damage, then an 8.
Okay, first
Then
one breaks
two.
the lid.
Hey.
It only had 10 hit points. And it's vulnerable
I put my
to
shield
bludgeoning
back on
damage,
after
which
before-
means you only had to deal 5 points of bludgeoning damage to it. Yeah,
I
so
opened it!
you wallop with this thing with the end of the quarterstaff. There's a loud cracking sound. Everybody's in position around the room again. The crystal sarcophagus crumbles inside. That desiccated husk of a Sioux monster inside seems to flinch in place and then like lurch forward as if it's going to grab you, but then immediately crumbles to dust as it's exposed to the air, leaving just the mace in and amongst its bones. This is where you would have fought the Sioux monster mummies. I couldn't find it when I was looking at the random encounters earlier. I'm like, that's why. So that's my
Anyway.
bad. I'm
Can I
stupid.
speak to the voice in my head?
Yeah, absolutely. Which one?
Sorry, can I speak to one of the voices in my head?
Moa
Yeah.
or
Uh,
the hag?
Moa.
Yeah,
I'm not talking to the hag willingly.
fair enough.
Not for a while at least. Moa, I know you don't like this guy, but is he going to be useful in getting rid of the Archlich?
Absolutely not. Moa is a disgusting liar, a cheat, a thief. You don't want anything to do with him.
Wongo.
Or I'm sorry, Wongo. Moa says this about Wongo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Moa, but I promised to get everyone back. I'm pretty sure that you are gonna scream at me or something, but oh well. And I will go grab the mace TM
The mace.
and say,
that's
one more.
happening.
We gotta smack the evil guy. He did mean things to you. Come here.
Sorry, what were you saying, Yusuf?
I just wanted to say to Moa, I was like, I thought you said to be truthful. Are you not taking your own advice?
I am truthful.
That is
He's
more true thoughts.
He might be
he's
awful.
terrible, and he will make your friend do horrible things. Under no circumstances should you let them touch
Is he
that
going
mace.
to help in getting rid of the Archlich, even if that isn't to your standards?
He is also going to hate a Serac, but I wouldn't trust him. He's going to stab a lot of you in the back for fun. He's a compulsive liar, a cheat, and a thief.
Truth is relative.
But what would he say about you?
Elspeth says this out loud to no one.
Yeah, to no one. Yeah.
Sorry,
They're just
I'm
so
having a
connected.
disagreement with someone in my head, but you said something very relevant, dear.
So yes, you reach down and you grab the mace. Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would basically be open door specifically to Wongo, if this is actually Wongo, which I'm assuming. But if I notice it is not Wongo, I would slam the door. If that makes sense.
Fair enough. Yeah. You don't know. All you feel is the pressure of the lot of you see more of that purple smoke, similar to when Moa inhabited Olaf, rushes out of the mace and surrounds Olaf or Glowie, tries to shove its way into Glowie's nostrils. Glowie, are you going to try to resist it, or are you going to let it take over?
I'm gonna let it go.
Okay, very nice.
Give it a little sneeze afterwards because it went to my nose.
Exactly. So you watch Glowie's holding the mace, shivering and shuddering in place. It is indeed Wongo. And as it scrambles over and looks around at you, it says, ooh, who are you? What is this? Oh, you're so naive and nice. And you see he's rifling through your memories, and he's like, oh, that's nice. This one's kind of funny when a prank went wrong and somebody got seriously hurt. He's like, this one's nice, but the rest of these are terrible. So he's going through,
my pranks is funny.
Like, you're too nice. Hey, that warlock up there, that princess, you could kill her, you know?
Why would I do that? She's a friend.
She's like half as strong as you. Like one hit, take her down. Just
But
think
why?
of how much that Aasimar is gonna look like. Horrified. Be hilarious.
Yeah, Olaf, you know what? Maybe you are right.
All right.
Wongo, you're just-
Hey.
Wongo, you're
I'm just
mean.
glad to be inside of a body again. All right. Don't kick
Well,
me
it's
out.
Tao.
I can smell Moa in that one up there.
Oh yeah,
Slippery
I
bastard.
mean it's surprising that you can smell anything besides his body odor because he doesn't ever bathe.
Right.
You talking about me?
What? No,
Anyway.
Okay.
I'm having an inner monologue.
She's
not having an inner monologue. She's like talking to
an
herself.
out loud monologue. Yeah. Wongo continues saying, he says, that Moa is so stuck up and picture perfect. He ratted me out. Got me in trouble. I was just trying to prank Uptown, and then woody-doo, fucking in trouble.
I mean, you kind of just did what you wanted to do, and I think that's kind of what this place is about. So it's
Right? Honestly, I am the true heir of Uptown. I should be god of this place. Hey, we could be god of this place. You could be my body.
ooh.
After we kill a Serac, we should conquer Chult.
No, we don't need to conquer Chult. Well, maybe we have to kick some people out because they don't belong here.
Conquer Chult.
Nah.
It'll grow on you. Trust me.
I don't want to conquer places. I just want to vibe.
Vibing by conquering. That's my vibe.
Conquering sounds like way too much work. What are you talking about? That's like so tedious.
Yes, you guys are
Do I
hearing
look
half
like
this
someone who would
conversation.
want to work?
So, Glowie, you gain this flaw. As long as you're possessed, you have this flaw.
Oh, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's actually counter to the entire
The other
rolling delete
thing
experience.
is you gain this power. I'm
Let's
also going to
see.
show you the card so you have it for later. So you can stun somebody as an action.
Holy
Similar
fucking
to
shit, this is Buster.
the scream,
What
the
the fuck?
sea monster scream. We have overhead. Where's the handouts? Locations, Tomb of the Nine Gods, Trickster Gods of Omu. You are possessed by Wongo, so here's Wongo.
Yay. He looks so mean.
Your flaw is I act without concern for the well-being of others. While inhabited by Wongo, you can use your action to unleash a powerful psionic assault on a creature you see within 60 feet. They must succeed on a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw or be stunned until the end of its next turn. But yes, he is going to be pushing you towards chaotic evil behavior. Just as Moa will be pushing Olaf towards lawful good behavior.
I'm too good to be easily swayed in that way. For now.
Hey, hon, can you move over?
I'll move back.
Oh, the other thing, Wongo will tell you. The other thing is, once the spirits leave their items, you don't have to wield that item yourself. But if the spirit is ever ejected from your body, it will return to the item, which means who's ever holding the item will then be possessed by the spirit when it returns the item. So keep that in mind. If like the mace goes to Sven or something, and Wongo is forcefully ejected from Glowie, it would then try to possess Sven because it would go back into the mace and then jump into Sven.
So there is a mace, but we don't know what it does.
Yes. Normally this would be the Mace of Terror, and this would have been the combat with the Sea Monster Mummy, but I missed it in my scanning to see where the fuck in the adventure that is, which is my bad, because I'm dumb and bad at my job. Instead, I feel like this should be...
Stop saying that. You're not bad at your job.
No.
For one, this is a hobby, and you're allowed to be bad at hobbies. And
you know what?
two, you're not bad.
It's not for profit.
You're also good.
Yes. So this is
we're
going to
playing
be
competitive D&D.
a vicious.
We're not competitive.
I think this will be a vicious mace, and I think it'll have improved critical because vicious is honestly not that special.
Ass. Vicious is ass.
So this is a vicious mace with an improved critical. So I will share the item, and then I'll change the description, and we'll call this Wongo's mace.
Yeah, I look at the mace. I don't want this. Does anyone want this? It feels like it's good for smacking.
What does Vicious do?
Vicious, you do an extra... so you do 3 times the die on a critical hit for the damage of the weapon.
And
so
improved critical...
3d6 instead of 2d6 on a critical hit. And I'm improving the critical because Vicious is not that special.
Vicious was even different. It was just 7 bonus damage on a crit, which is even lamer.
So Wongo's Vicious Mace. I'm just changing the text here to make it more special.
And improved critical means you crit on a 19, I'm guessing?
Yes. Save changes. Into...
Does Sven want to eat another vicious weapon? What happens if we eat
that won't stack.
The weapon?
I mean, what if we just ate it for funsies? Not
Did
for
I put the Rod of the Pack Keeper over here?
I meant more because...
I did.
Well, if the ghost is ejected from me, it goes into the mace. But what if the mace has been eaten and doesn't exist anymore?
There we go. There you go.
And it would be funny having Sven eat another vicious weapon.
Maybe I don't think those would stack, no.
No. I mean, just because Sven managed to eat stuff before,
yes.
Magic items, and last time it just happened to be the Vicious Spear, and it would be funny if Sven's goal is now to eat all the vicious types of weapons.
So there you go.
Anyway, I don't want this. If no one else wants this, I will just leave this here.
I'll take it.
No, take it. If I get kicked out of your head, I don't want to go back into the mace, please.
Okay. Here you go, Sven. Enjoy.
What?
Oh, and here's your staff again. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. So you now have your Wongo's Vicious Mace. Well done.
And
oh boy, I'm getting so many weapons.
Alternatively, we could just make it the Mace of Terror if you'd rather just keep the Mace of Terror from earlier.
And we already have a Mace of Terror.
Fair enough.
I would prefer it suddenly become a Moonsicle that gives +1 to Druid stuff, but I don't think that would be reasonable for Wongo.
No.
Anyway, Olaf, can I try something out on you?
Is it... Oh, no, it doesn't require
an
attunement.
insight check against the cat. Is it alright if I make an insight check
Yeah,
against the cat?
and then you can GR me a Deception or Persuasion if you want to, Mia, or Glowie.
I don't think there is much to insight here. I think it's very obvious what she wants to do.
Yeah, I think
I have a 4.
That's a 4,
I trust the cat.
I feel like I don't have to roll for that. I'm just here doing like.
No, roll still. Basically, if you don't get a crit fail, I'm just gonna say that
Moa is
Olaf
like,
trusts you.
trust nothing this cat says. They are possessed with.
Should I get advantage or something for that then?
Honestly, yeah. Moa's gonna give you the help action inside your head. And you know what,
Okay.
Mia, you can roll again because Wongo's gonna give you a help action as well.
But I already got an F20.
Hey, you're supposed to do that
That's
quiet.
hilarious. I got a dirty 20. Okay, the thing is, Moa, I'd like to think I'd be able to trust.
Here's
my
the thing: my total would be 19 because I got a -1.
Ooh, but that is a crit.
So I do succeed.
So you
but it's a
tie,
crit,
but I
so
think the
a
crit makes the
trumps.
tie go to Mia. So
No, it wouldn't be a tie. I would have a 19.
yeah, what I'm saying is the crit overrides it. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the crit.
So she
overrides-
just-
I'm okay with it because the immediate whiplash of like I trust Glowie to. Oh,
Exactly.
my
So what do you do,
fucking
Glowie?
head!
Oh, you
I
stand
want
him.
to whack
Gotcha.
him.
Gotcha.
I was
wanna
out
whack
loud
him.
to Moa. I trust Glowie. I don't think that they try to intentionally hurt me. So I'm assuming some trick or something.
It shouldn't hurt. I
maybe
just
they'll
want
make
to
me
see
glow.
how it feels to use it.
Moa says, "It's the decaying influence of Wongo. You should throw that mace off a cliff."
What?
So I have to make a wisdom save.
Yep.
I'm not gonna just will myself into failing.
Yeah,
17,
you're
I succeed. Have you tried doing something? I hear a bit of a ringing in my ear. And he puts one of his pinkies in his ear, like, and swirls it around.
45-degree angle cat head. Trying to make sense of it. One go, this doesn't work.
All this chaos is happening.
Do I have to
What are
walk
you
louder?
doing?
Is that right?
Nothing.
I don't know. They looked at me really hard, and then I think I have tinnitus now. I mean, that's a neat trick.
Moa says, "It's that horrific Sioux monster scream. They're infected."
Oh, can you guys stop having conversations with the people in your head? I've had a gondola in my head all this time. I don't
Yeah.
just stop and talk with her randomly.
Yeah, Gondel says, "Is this what it's
Yeah,
like when we
no-
talk? This is incredibly rude."
No, yes, you do.
No, I do not. When was the last time I did?
So
I can't think
yeah,
specifically, but it's
Sven's just standing there while people are having half conversations, and Sven is like, "Okay."
Open up the ice chest.
Yes, you can retrieve the gold keys from inside. Absolutely. You see,
I have.
now that
Sorry,
you
go on.
know what you're looking for, the iron chest. You can tell that there was magical effects in each of them. The onyx chest, there's like little bits of like charcoal dust on the inside. You can give me an Arcana check as you're looking at these. The iron one, there's like bits of some sort of rust on the inside, and then the silver one, obviously cold on the inside. There's ice. Yeah,
Was not expecting to get
you would
a good roll.
with the 17 Arcana, you would assume that the onyx chest was a very powerful disintegration on anything that was inside. The iron one was a very powerful rust effect, like a rust monster on the inside, and the silver was obviously cold.
Glad we avoided that.
I mean, I don't think these getting the fellas, the 9 gods, is necessary for this dungeon. But dear
It's
God,
not.
that's some like
Help a lot.
sturdy
in the big
defenses.
fight.
Elspeth, as we're walking, will just say, "Look, I have my one-sided conversations in private, and you guys have all gone to bed."
I mean,
You're right, I was wrong.
I guess we're just acclimatizing.
Oh, Wonger, if you get another one to the company, who would you want by your side?
That one seems nice. The weak little warlock. I feel like we could have a lot of fun together.
What? Not what I meant. I meant one of the
I
other
think you
people.
should get the chaotic good. I feel like that would be a good like balance.
Oh, you mean the trickster god?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? He says, I wasn't good friends with anybody, honestly. But there was someone I didn't entirely hate, which I'm saying slowly because I'm looking up their table.
Maybe we should share the burden, Glowie.
He says,
What?
you know what? I actually didn't mind Nang Nang too much. He's the delightful little frog fellow.
Oh, the guy
Or
that
she
was
was a
running
delightful
away
little
through
frog.
with the spear. Oh, yeah, I know that one. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
funny one. He just took it and then he had fun with it.
Right,
Yeah,
there's
we
probably
had
another
Nang
text
Nang.
regarding
That's chaotic neutral.
Chaotic evil. Or sorry, neutral.
Chaotic evil, sorry, yeah. Neutral evil.
Oh, Wongo,
I
if you
can-
hear other voices in my head,
Yeah.
please just ignore them.
Yeah.
They're friends,
Well, I
but
was
they're
like,
also kind of annoying.
yeah. Well, I was like, oh, none of these seem entirely real. Hey, Glowie, I think you have some problems. It's like,
No.
my
I mean,
psyche
yes.
is a mess, but it's real crowded in here.
It's fine. It's just a little haunting.
Right,
It's
right.
normal, right?
If you say so. Well, with that, you approach the crystal window.
Everybody
Again,
get the
I
other
asked
one, right?
for a mask.
what's that?
We have masks.
Where'd you get the masks?
Oh yes, Sven and I have
Olaf
masks.
made them for us.
That's right. Absolutely.
Ooga booga.
And they
Scary
were
mask.
both like
lethal.
above 20. They're perfect masks.
Yes. And
They
they
look
were
like
they were
the
designed
skeleton,
after
I think.
the grinning devil face, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
this thing here.
Very nice. I'm just gonna double check to see how that would affect this particular room.
When do you want to smash this?
Anybody?
Careful
Are you
with
approaching this
shadow
door?
mouth.
Are you approaching this door stealthily, or are you just boldly walking up to the now clean crystal window?
I'm standing
Yeah,
back.
the mask
'cause I know
sounds
that
good, should
there's-
be fine,
there's,
right?
Gazing eyes.
Hey
If
Wongo,
you're-
do you think it's fine if we wear the mask?
Wango says, honestly, I think you should hang back and let everybody else break through first. Honestly, you should kick somebody through. They should deal with the problem. That way you don't get. You don't
Maybe if
get
I just tell Sven to go through the thing,
Moa,
then I will smash
meanwhile,
it. They love
is pushing
smashing
you,
things.
Olaf. Moa inside of your head is saying, honestly, Olaf, I think the noble thing to do here is for you to boldly charge through so you take the damage and save your friends.
When do you want to smack the thingy? I feel like you like smacking thingies.
So, Gloria, you have a compulsion to kick Olaf in the butt through the window. And Olaf, you have the temptation to just Superman your way through the window and take all the aggro for everybody.
I have mask on. I whisper.
Beautiful. When you get to the window, you're not trying to hide. The bronze eyes, or the eyes on the bronze plate, do follow you despite the masks. So even though they're beautiful renditions of the smiling devil faces, it does not seem to affect the magic in this room. Olaf, are you using your sword for this to keep the torch up, or what? What's the deal?
I'm standing back while I watch Sven do this.
Good idea.
What? I thought Sven was doing this, right? Not me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said Olaf.
You
Sven.
feel like you
Sven.
want to do it.
Hi, Sven. That's you. Are you doing this with your sword, or are you using a different weapon? I'm sorry, I got your character's name wrong. Really.
Use the mace.
Chloe has a torch of some sort, so I am
Yeah, I
going
got the torch
to use
out.
a bludgeoning weapon.
So you traded off using your warhammer then?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Or maybe I'll use the new mace.
You can tell
Yo,
based on the crystal
use the
sarcophagus
mace.
earlier.
Use the mace.
Crystal
gave you the mace, you should
is
use it.
vulnerable to bludgeoning, just for future reference in the tomb, and resistant to slashing. So you're not going to be able to really do much damage with a slashing weapon on crystal. But bludgeoning
Mace.
and thunder, your friends here. Whack!
Bonk.
Smash.
Roll your attack
Whack.
to see how well you hit this crystal window.
11.
11
7
will
bludgeoning
absolutely hit this crystal, so you can roll me your damage off of the warhammer.
Smack.
Schmack. Where is the information on the crystal window? Oh, it's in a different entry, that's why. You just scroll up. There it is. Crystal window. There we go. How much damage you do?
7.
Yeah, so you overkill this window. You shatter it. Oh, it has a damage threshold. But you pass the damage threshold, so you're fine. You hear a very loud smashing sound, and I'm going to need everybody to immediately roll initiative because you're not hidden. So you're going to jump right into combat. But you guys are prepared, so you're not going to get a surprise round as they leap out.
That's better.
to reveal this area to you. Without revealing any potential secrets hiding out of the fog of war, which is the struggle on maps like this. This is one of those instances where having a tabletop map where you just draw would honestly be a little more fitting. But you get to look at all the pretty art, so that's nice.
Yeah, I personally, I think the best way to play D&D is like tabletop with a laptop that's running Roll20 on it.
A map with dry erase markers is honestly top tier.
Once you notice that you don't actually need to do like super detailed map shit, just something that is functional, easy.
Honestly, Theater of the Mind was the way the 5e was intended to run. The battle map stuff was just meant to be a supplemental rule. But everybody went with battle map as the default, so they're all built around that. Okay.
Yep.
I think battle maps are better.
It is more fun for combat. Theater of the Mind for spells is weird, because area effects don't make sense without using battle map.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sven, you are right next to the window, so you could be 5 feet forward. Everybody else, we're just going to assume was where they were. Yeah, so that's that. We've sorted the initiative stack. Elspeth, you and Aasimar get to go first. Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off, right?
Olaf, they look really angry. I don't think they like your mask. Can you come here and tell them that it actually is very good? Does that make sense? Take responsibility, come here.
What are these things, these stars?
Oh, those just represent the sides of the shield. I'll describe the room to you again. This is a vaulted tomb overgrown with moss and creepers. A stone sarcophagus rests on a stepped dais in the middle of the floor. On the wall behind the sarcophagus, there are 2 large statues of bears gripping a 5-foot diameter bronze disc embossed with glaring eyes. 6 desiccated corpses slump on thrones and niches along the walls. Each corpse wears a black mask made of paper mache with feathers. An arched crystal window to the east offered a view of the tunnel beyond, but you've destroyed that at this point. And anytime anybody is not hidden in here, the eyes on the disc fix on whoever entered the room first and follows them. So the eyes are fixed on Sven and following Sven around.
In the center of the room, then I will cast Implosion.
Oh, very nice. That should hit everybody, right?
It does. Everyone in the room.
Very nice. Would that hit Sven or just miss Sven? I think it'll just miss Sven.
No, it just misses
Sven. Okay, so that'll be 6 con saves. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I hate that they add a bunch of gaps onto the sheets on Roll20 for monsters. It's so annoying.
Wait. When I cast this, does it doesn't automatically. I was seeing how many spell slots I have. I didn't know whether it auto-updated it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 3 22s. Roll20 is busted.
Yeah. 3 fails.
Yeah. 3 fails, 3 successes. I think we'll go counterclockwise this time, starting with top right for the counting.
Yeah.
So, on the successes, it's 15 thunder. Are you going to use any spell sorcery points to boost your damage?
No, this is pretty good damage.
Okay. So there's a success, so minus 15. Minus 15. And then this was a fail, so that's the full 30. And the next one is 15, and then the last 2 are 30. Very nice. So you hear this loud crackom as a thunderous implosion of force fills the room. Stuff is sent flying everywhere, dust and lichen and various overgrown bits of moss and whatnot get scattered everywhere. What else is important here? Interesting. That would pass the threshold for the disc, and the disc can't make saves. So as the implosion goes off, you hear this gong ringing sound as the disc vibrates in place, and it looks like all of the glaring eyes like squint in pain, and little cracks appear on the bronze surface of the ring in here.
Okay. I'll call it out. I'll just say I think hitting the disc might do something to them.
Just the undead don't seem to react. But the disc itself, the eyes on the disc seem to flinch.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn. I'll have Moxanme make a Eldritch Blast attack against the whites, or I don't know what these guys are called, in the top pair.
Yep. Absolutely. So Nare peers in and can fire off a shot.
Fine.
They'll have a bit of cover. Doesn't matter for you.
23 to hit.
Doesn't matter. So she's going to hit this one, you said?
Yep, she hits for 3.
For 3. Blast of Force fires off. Very well done indeed. Alright, that brings us to their turns. So, in terms of these undead, what are they going to do? I read it a moment ago. I'm going to double check to see what they do. There we go. Okay. So first up is this one. This white is going to rise from its throne. We get 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Sven, we're going to have a contested athletics check as it tries to grab you. Actually, no, I think it's just going to grab you with its hand. So this is just an attack roll, not a grapple check. So this is a normal roll public. It's going to try to touch you with its bad touch.
The bad touch.
That's a crit fail. Not a crit fail, but not a hit. It will follow up by trying to slash you with a longsword. That's a crit. So you're going to take 11 slashing damage as its longsword slashes across you. You can tell that if it had managed to make contact with your skin, it would have been really bad.
You would reduce your hit point maximum even more.
That is its action and its movement, so it is just going to hang out there for a moment. The next one is in this corner. This one rises from its throne. We have 5, 10, 15. It's going to attempt... Now this one is going to attempt to grab you, Sven, and drag you into the room. So this is going to be a contested athletics if you would like to roll that. So you need to beat a 14, which you do not. So it manages to grapple you. I think it is then going to use the rest of its attack to move you into the room. Whoosh. Unless you have an ability that stops you from force movement. You are muted if you are going to answer, by the way. No, unfortunate. So yes, you are dragged into the room. That is its 2 attacks. It used its first attack to grapple you. Its next attack was to move you. Actually, it has movement, so I think it's just going to move back this way. Oh, and I think it's going to, you know what it's going to do? It's going to shove you into its chair. That's what it's going to do. It goes back to where it started. Shoves you into its little throne. It is now hovering over you with its horrible sword.
It's your turn to be in the chair.
Olaf!
Do I see what creature's up there?
No, it's just a sarcophagus. You can't actually see the lid from where you are. It's raised above your eye level.
And I will do a firebolt on this guy. Or rather, sorry, I just got back. So...
Come on, Sven is in there. You gotta just go in there and smack them.
I don't have enough movement.
You can take a hit or two.
So
Well, you certainly can approach.
figure out.
So you can
Dashing
see
really doesn't make any sense.
they're all pretty damaged because of the implosion. So any of them are going to be worthwhile to hit.
I'm gonna go for the one attacking child of... Oh, I don't have level less.
No, you don't. You could hit the 3. You could also go there. Not quite.
That doesn't work either.
No. Yeah, so these 2 are hidden from you no matter where you go. But the rest of them you could arrange yourself to hit with a range attack. The ones in their throne still will have a +3 to their AC because of the shit in the way and their lower profile. This one right here, no special fancy cover.
This one right here.
Yeah, no fancy cover on
Page
that one.
10.
22 will hit,
9,
for sure.
not my best.
9 is not nothing.
And I'll enter a defensive stance, I guess.
Very good.
What are you doing? You just go in there.
No special
Do your
vulnerability
job.
to fire, no special reaction to the fire. But you can tell these are beings of cold and necrosis, just at a glance.
I'm not that fast.
This one in the corner. we
Let's
get
walk
a
faster.
5, 10. I think it is going to draw a bow off of its back, and it is going to fire longbow shots at you, Olaf. We're going to get 2 longbow shots.
Glowie, you're being awfully demanding. You alright?
What?
Are you going to use a shield on any of those?
Demanding.
What do you mean demanding?
This is against Yusuf, by the way, for Olaf.
I will cast shield.
On the first one?
On the first one, so my AC is raised to 22, sorry.
Okay, yeah. So both of them miss. It fires the bolts off. It curses in its horrible undead language. It is then going to shuffle forward and it is going to hunker down behind the sarcophagus, gaining probably just keeping its +3 to AC for cover. Glowie! That's you.
Thank you, Tower. That went on you and not on me. I mean, because you can defend against it better, of course.
Glowie, you have a torch. Keep that in mind.
I do have a torch. I would like to produce flame against this guy in the front here.
Nice.
And miss.
Yikes. Yeah, so you hurl a mote of flame. You reach up, grab some flame off the torch and throw it at him. Total miss.
You got this, Olaf. And I would like to hunker down behind Olaf, which I don't have to
Very
because
in
I'm already
character,
fine.
yes. Perfect. Very good. We come now to
Fair,
Riley's
Olaf
turn.
right now is really tanky.
Yeah.
Tankier than me.
Riley, you have... Sven has been pushed into a chair. You look at this thing up and down. Real quick, give me an insight check. Or generally we use passives. What is your passive insight?
12.
12? This thing is decently powerful undead. Probably resists non-magical damage. Probably cold and necrotic as well, given the sort of things you've seen it do so far.
Well, I've got a mace in my hand, so I'm probably just going to use that.
With your vicious mace?
Yeah, but I'm going to rage first.
Gotcha. It is magical damage even though it's not a plus. Even though it's not a plus weapon.
Yeah.
So your rage.
Oh no. That's an 11.
Sadly, no.
Well, I have 2 attacks, so
The
let's try
25
25 out.
Yeah.
And that's 7 bludgeoning
7
damage
bludgeoning.
because I rolled
Very
a
nice.
1 on the 6.
Yeah, you deal it a grievous wound with your new Wango mace. It continues grappling you, so your speed is 0. Moving on, this white is going to step forward. Is actually going to step down this way to stand in front of the bronze disc. It is going to haul off with its bow, and it's also going to shoot at Olaf. So your AC currently is 22, so it needs to roll a... There's a +4, so it needs to roll an 18 or higher to even hit you. So let's see. Nope. Wasted shots. This
You're
white,
so good at
however,
being a target.
5, 10. This white is going to come over Sven, and it is going to try to bad touch you. So this would be a good one not to have happen. And I don't think anybody with the fuck you spell that was introduced with Strixhaven. I don't think anybody has line of sight to cast that. So
Nope.
this is bad. Let's hope this is a low
I'm
roll.
gonna check Flash of Genius to see if it requires LOS.
It's a bad
Oh,
roll.
lordy.
It's a bad roll. Anybody have a way to stop this crit from going through as it bad touches Sven?
I can't stop the crit, but if
I
it
still
requires
have a
save-
Constitution save.
You do. So first off the top, 10 necrotic. Unless the only people that have line of sight. No, nobody does.
Yeah, I don't have line
because
of
the wall's
sight.
in the way. So yeah, you're on your own here, Sven. So off the top, 10
Constitution
necrotic.
saving throw.
You-
fuck.
Advantage because you're raging.
Oh,
Am I
God.
correct about that on con saves?
No, that's only dex saves.
athletics, strength, and dex? I don't
No,
remember.
it's Dex. It's only Dex.
Okay.
Oh, fuck,
Well, that's bad. So 10 necrotic,
I have to see you. Fuck.
and your hit point maximum is also reduced by 10 because you failed the con save with a critical failure. This reduction is only till your long rest. It's not a perpetual thing. But given the other reductions you've been suffering from, that's bad.
Yay.
What's Sven's max hit points now?
49.
Okay,
49.
Not too bad.
I mean, for
Could be
level,
worse.
for level 8
Back on the-
characters, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's less than the dog.
Ugh.
I mean, when I get the dog back, at least.
Okay. It is going to follow up and try to stab you with its longsword, one-handed.
Stabby.
That's a miss. So you're fine there.
Is 15 a miss?
Yeah, I think your
15
AC
is a
16,
miss.
right?
My AC is 17 now.
Yeah, braces of
Oh, yeah, right,
defense,
you got the bracers,
unarmed
yeah.
fighting,
I have
unarmored
bracers.
defense. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So this one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. It is also going to get over here, and it's going to fire another 2 bow shots off at Olaf. Nope, shield still deflects those arrow bolts. So up
You're
at the
so
top.
good at this, Olaf. You should do this more.
Glowie, you're still holding the torch, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
just need to check
my
some-
max HP should be 75, but it's 49.
Gotcha.
Damn.
That tells you how much I've been trained.
I'm going to do something real quick. Yeah, I think this is how this is going to go. Elspeth, could you please make me an athletics check? I will tell you the DC to beat in a moment.
Oh no.
You can't possibly fail. I rolled 2 nat 1s, and they had a -5 to their athletics checks, so your 4 beats their -4. You feel a cold touch, bad touch from behind as an unseen creature tries to drag you into the mouth of the grinning devil.
Yeah, reminder, there's the scary thing in the dark mouth.
But
To be fair, I did say that before we broke the window.
with a
Sunray has
-4,
light
it does
cast
not
on her.
manage to bother you. What were you
And
saying?
also another
Mark Stanway has. I don't remember what we put it on, but Mark Stanway has light cast on her.
Yes, that's correct. That's why it had
Okay, so
disadvantage,
this-
which is why it rolled so
Oh,
low.
okay. So this thing is still.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is has hypersensitivity to sun to light,
Got
so
it.
it has
Got it.
disadvantage when it's outside of its little darkness hole.
I'll shout to everyone, guys. That thing inside the mouth is getting brave. We might want to clean this up.
Getting handsy.
Just get away from the thing.
But yes, it's your turn now, Elspeth. It goes
Okay.
before you with initiative 21, which you don't see it. So
Got
it's-
it. I will move forward slightly. Max, I rolled it up. But I will. Do I want to use another spell? Third level slot on this.
Up to you.
It would make this fight go very fast. And save poor Sven
Yeah.
from being smacked even more.
Yeah, you can hear
put it-
Sven is getting fucked up.
Yeah, another implosion right here.
All right, very nice. That's another 6. You can roll your damage. It might be high enough that it won't matter.
Implosion. 31. And all but one of those fails.
Yeah. So the first one is the only one that succeeds, taking 15. The first one, counterclockwise again, right to left for the sake of it. So he's the only one that remains. I
Nice.
believe the rest of them fail. Yeah, the highest hit points remaining was 30. So the rest of them are
Nice.
immediately destroyed. Well done. The very good use of those third level spell slots. Well done. So Sven, you are all of a sudden not as harried as you used to be, as the whites in front of you are fucking exploded from the inside with thunderous power. The other thing, that is enough damage to shatter the bronze disc. So you hear a horrendous cracking sound, and the stone statues of the bears, represented by the stars, without moving at all, seem to drop the bronze disc. Falls to the ground in a bunch of pieces that roll loudly and comically as they land on the ground. It is quite cacophonous. That is your turn, Elspeth. Unless you want to switch.
Because Elspeth wants all of the glory, I'm going to quicken an arc bolt onto the last remaining guy. 17.
Very nice. That will hit it. Yes, you ignore cover. That is its AC as well. 12 lightning. It remains standing.
Okay.
Well, Narek.
Max Henry will do it.
Its effective AC right now is 20, by the way. So this is a rough. She's got a crit to hit it.
Well, she has a plus.
Yeah,
she has a +1 from the pact
right,
keeper.
keeper. So she is possible. Sadly, no. Dead. Olaf. This guy's hunkering down. He's got a +3 to his AC, but he's looking. There's not much left of him.
Yeah, Olaf is going to launch himself forward here.
Very nice. You do your. If it was Baldur's Gate, you do your bonus action jump. But it's not Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
it's just your move.
He hits his head, knocks himself out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd like him to make a DC 14 strength save.
It does not matter, but I'll rank it anyway. He had 3 hit points.
If the disc was still there, you could bonk him super hard into the disc.
So he does succeed on the save, but no, you flatten this thing with your 28 hit point. You overkill it by 25. It is flattened into paste, and we're out of initiative. Well done, folks. Sven, while you are in that chair, real quick, give me a perception check. Yeah, that feels well enough. Tucked under the right hand armrest, there's a little switch that you can feel with one of your fingers. Would you like to push that switch?
Order. Where's the switch? I want.
Switch.
Yeah, you click the switch. There's a grinding sound, and the wall behind this throne sinks into the ground, revealing a secret passageway. Which I will now reveal to you.
Sven,
I also need to read something real quick because this actually might be a bad thing. And I need to double check the range on the effect as you hear a horrendous hissing sound.
Like the kind of hissing that gas makes.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, your Flame Tongue Greatsword is not ignited currently?
No.
Awesome. Could you and Elspeth can both quickly roll me nature checks DC 10.
13.
That's method.
10.
You do not want open flame anywhere near that passageway.
I flick the switch again and close it.
Very good. There seems to be a methane leak on the other side of that doorway, so do not bring flame down there.
Oh,
might be a good idea to put that fire out for now.
Why?
Do you see this was made of bronze?
Yes, and the pieces are scattered all around on the ground.
Yoink! I'm gonna go around picking them up like jelly beans.
Absolutely.
You can see to Glowie. There's methane on the other side of that wall. If anything got through, then
I don't know what that means.
Oh, side note.
Explosive gas.
Oh, sounds funny.
It's not.
Oh, what was your
Are you
side note?
okay?
XP.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
For the skeleton key and also the other guys.
The skeleton key and 6 whites. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. My apologies. So the whites have an XP of 700. So
it's so much.
Yeah, they're CR3. They're not a joke, but when you drop 2 fireball bullets on them, they're real. They don't last too long with 2 fireballs in their faces.
Yeah.
And my crit was so necessary for that 3 remaining hit points.
So that's 700 times 6, and the skeleton key, I believe, is just 50. I think it's like a CR quarter. I'll double check that real quick.
840 for the wraiths for everyone.
50, yes. So in total, that was
850 each.
4250. So yes, what you said. divided
Each
5
man.
ways. 850 each. Man, that skeleton key really made it an easy divide.
That was easy before.
What's the level
Oh, yeah,
up threshold?
49,000.
48,000.
Oh, 48?
Yeah, I'm at
Ah,
44. I'm around 44 now, so I've still got another.
Yeah, 48,000.
I got
that's
15
Olaf.
to go.
Could you give me a Arcana check as you're picking up these pieces of bronze disc? Because the pupils of the eyes do seem to continue following you.
15.
Fun.
15? They're still animate. Even though the disc itself is destroyed, whatever enchantment animated these eyes still seems to be functional. You will need to do more things to figure out what exactly that was. But they do seem to still see you and be watching you and are angry.
I will wrap them up in a cloth bundle so that they can't see anything.
All right, absolutely. You can tuck that away in your folding shelter for sure. Also, now that you're inside of the room, you can very clearly see that the secret entrance over here accessed the same way. You just flip the switch underneath the throne, and you'll be able to open the door. You still don't know how to open it from the other side.
Chair?
Yeah, absolutely. You can give me perception checks as you're looking around the rest of the room. With advantage, because I'm assuming somebody will help you.
20?
A 20, yeah. You don't find any other hidden switches. It looks like it's just the 2 secret entrances.
I think Elspeth will be helping, and her help is basically just her sitting on the throne. And, if I were to put
Very
a switch here...
Oh! Oh no!
Welcome back.
If you were to put a switch here, you'd obviously disconnect the call.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes. Very nice. In character, you somehow get a wine glass from somewhere, and so you're sipping wine, lounging in this throne. It's very nice.
I mean,
Yeah,
is there pressure to take a small trinket, so like a little wine
It lasts for 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So it would immediately
you
disappear.
6 seconds worth of wine. To protect
Yes,
the
just you get the wine glass, do the swing around,
Exactly.
do a sniff, and then just plops into nowhere.
Yeah.
The only other thing of note is the whites were all wearing paper mache masks, if you may recall. Do you want to do anything with those masks?
Yeah, they might be useful later on.
Absolutely.
We might want to take them.
No, we'll take them.
Bring them up.
As well.
Sure. It just looks like a voodoo Baron Samedi mask. It's a paper mache skull painted black, and there's like a ring of feathers around the outside of the mask. All of you can look like you're going to Mardi Gras.
Crack this coffin open?
Yeah. So you can approach the sarcophagus and peer down at it.
What sarcophagus is this?
Yeah, I was about to say. You can see that engraved into the lid is the image of a... Why doesn't it say? It just gives me the name of the spirit and not what animal it is.
I mean, you can give us a name. We know it anyway.
Right. It's the Zorbo. It's the animal you haven't encountered yet. It looks like a teddy bear with razor teeth.
Obalaka.
Yeah. It's Obalaka, the Zorbo.
Neutral evil.
Yeah, they look like your classic teddy bears.
Lawful neutral.
It looks like a teddy bear raccoon. It's the worst.
I'd like to ask the voice in my head. So, how do you feel about this one?
Samoa would say Obalaka is a good friend, not particularly reliable, a little too nervous and preoccupied, but you can generally count on her to do the right thing. Wango, on the other hand, says completely fucking useless. You can't get anything out of Obalaka. Just leave her.
Huh. Sven, how are you doing, by the way? You look a bit rough.
A little bit rough.
Better you than me. I know you. Wango,
Glowie.
it wasn't me. Was it me?
It does specifically
you
say...
literally wanted to have Wongo inside of you.
It
I
does,
didn't think he was such a cunt.
The module does specifically say to award inspiration when you successfully roleplay your trickster spirit, so you can have an inspiration game. That was hilarious.
So it's just gonna sit down on the ground and activate Yorm, and Yorm just kind of wraps around their chest like a...
Beautiful, beautiful.
I guess
little
I'll
hug.
volunteer to take this one.
Can I have the good spirit? I need to balance this out somehow.
Yeah, no,
As long
I
as
think
under no circumstances will you let any
Glowie
spirit
should
in
get
here.
the chaotic good spirit.
This is
As long
mine.
as you don't get a say in this, you make me want to have my friends die.
That's not concerning at all.
Longo says, fuck you.
No, fuck you!
No, fuck you!
I'd like to. Okay, I'm gonna push
You wanted
open
me
the
to kill
sarcophagus.
Nari. I don't want to kill Nari.
Absolutely.
She's
Athletics check. You can have advantage because somebody will help you.
Yeah, Elspeth will help out.
I like the other voices more. They just want me to die, not others.
Advantage, athletics, 16.
Yeah, you very easily shove this off. Well, not easily. It's still like 250 pounds. But no, you do shove it. It lands with a big thump. And yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It actually doesn't. My apologies. There's a trick to
I
the
was like, oh,
sarcophagus.
it's.
No, you
it's
try to
going,
shove it.
Oh, no, it's not.
With your 16, you know you should have been able to move it. The lid's only about 250 pounds. It seems to be magically locked.
I'd like to make an.
This isn't that easy. Give me one of those paper masks, and I put on the paper mask.
You put on
And
a paper mask?
I tried.
Yeah, without even needing to make a check. While you're wearing a paper mask, you can just push it open.
I am so smart. I'm smarter than our smart guy. Wow, you're bad at this.
Very well done.
You should like die in a What?
Within, you can see that there is a small pile of bones amidst a bunch of dust, and as well as a distinctive Zorbo skull. You can tell because of the very large eye sockets and the very tiny sharp needle teeth. And you can see that in and amongst the pile of dust and bones, there is a very pretty shiny silver ring with a... what sort of... I'm sorry. It is a gold band, and it looks like there is a shield covered in little sapphire gemstones.
I could have another shield.
Elspeth will reach towards the pretty jewelry.
Absolutely.
Wait.
Would you like to accept the
Yeah,
spirit,
well-
or do you want to fight it?
Careful with the spirit.
Looks like we're getting conflicting things. They seem to be good aligned. Moa trusts them.
I
Alright.
currently have the urge to smash your head in with the lid of the sarcophagus, and that's not good.
Wango is honestly just relieved that he isn't being kicked out of your head.
I'm gonna step back off the dais when Glowie says that.
Okay.
Like,
Do
can
you-
we only have one at a time?
Did you touch the ring though?
I did touch the ring.
Okay. My question for you is: are you going to resist it, or are you going to let it in?
I'll let it in.
Okay. Yeah. There's a Gondel, by the way, isn't happy about this, but there's a
Yeah,
similar
of course she's
thing
not.
where you see the swirl of dust that comes up and around out of the ring. There's this magical smoke swirls around your head, takes the shape of a little snarling bear, and with a roar climbs inside of your nostrils, Elspeth. You cough for a minute, and you shiver in place, and you get the sensation of another voice inside your head. And it immediately looks around, and it says, "Oh my goodness, it is so nice to be out of that box. Oh, and look at this. There's an angel in here. Hi." And Gondel just says, "Oh my god. Oh my gods. We have
Yeah, get fucked.
we have an obsessive compulsive." And you
Get
could
fucked,
feel that
bitch.
Obalaka is immediately like rifling through your memories and like organizing things by color and size and texture, and just like immediately you could feel that every single facet of your brain that you keep so carefully manicured for your very very on the cusp of not being stable mental health gets reorganized as Obalaka sees fit.
Oh my god, I'm getting therapy.
You can
yeah,
also feel
wow.
that
Might not
Obalaka
be effective
is finding these
therapy.
different parts of yourself, and like anything particularly like small and cute, Obalaka immediately gravitates to, and those memories just get unbidden pulled to the front of your mind as Obalaka just like obsessively watches your memories over and over and over and over again. This
Oh
My
god.
favorite TV show.
You get a memory of when you and Hope were like very young.
Exactly.
And
So Obalaka is lawful neutral. She is nervous and obsessive, is her personality. So the flaw you gain is you are risk averse and you are a slave to routine.
Oh god, that's like okay, yeah.
As for the power you get, once she's settled in and she feels comfortable having made a little nest out of your memories, she says, while you have me with you, and I do hope it's for a long, long time, I can make sure that you can have an extra magic item because I'm so good at organizing things. So you gain an attunement slot. An extra attunement slot
wow.
while she is inside.
It's actually good for Elspeth because it's like the
Yeah.
only person that needs more.
However, if she is ever ejected from your brain, you lose all of your attunements. You have to retune. Oh yes, I should also share the card with you, so we don't have to look back through the chat.
You said before that are you only allowed one? Can you only have one thing in your head at once?
You can absolutely ask the spirits in your head. The spirits will tell you, we are each of us our own person, and we do not share space. As much as we might like each other, we do not. We are jealous of our space and our bodies, and we do not share. So yes, if you do come in contact with another trickster spirit, they will fight, and there is nothing you can do to determine which one wins. It is purely up to the dice.
Got it.
But theoretically, you can just keep trying to hold the thing with the spirit where it would go back to.
Also, Olaf, you could real quick give me an Arcana check for that ring. I'm sure you can guess what it is.
And there's also
at
the
this point.
shield, right?
So we can
No,
only
it's
get
a
five
ring
out of
with a
9.
shield. So it's a gold
Ring
band
of
with
protection.
a gold ring on the front with sapphire gems on it.
I know what this is.
Yeah, probably.
It's a ring of
It's a
protection.
very common item.
Yeah.
It's rare, but it's well known to players of D&D.
It's a Lloyd shield ring, right, from Dark Souls 3?
Exactly, yeah.
Awesome.
It's a ring of defense.
Wait.
Yeah, 16. This is a ring of protection. So given how many plus AC additions that I've given you guys, I don't want them to stack necessarily.
They're also kind of boring, not gonna lie.
Yeah. So this ring of protection can go to whoever you want it to. But if you have multiple things that give you additions to your AC, it's just whichever one's the highest.
Got it.
Otherwise, you'd have somebody with a ring of protection and a cloak of protection and plus
No,
one
I
shield.
could cheese this because I can use the turtle shield as a +1 shield
Well, that's
instead
a
of
cloak
the
of
plus.
protection. And so
Yeah,
the plus
if I had the
one,
ring
which
of
is-
protection and the +1 shield, that would work, but it wouldn't
Yeah.
work if I had.
Yeah. Otherwise, you could wear you could have somebody in full plate with a cloak of protection and a ring of protection, and they'd have like a AC of 23 and nothing could hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a thing that could happen, but I don't know. Feels bullshit.
Does Sven currently have any AC boosting items? They have the
Defense.
they have the bracelet defense. Does Olaf?
Does Olaf have
No,
any-
I have a 15 AC and I get +2 from ceremony, so I'm at 17 right now.
Oh, well then
Okay,
you plop
I'll
on
get
that ring of
the-
protection and gain a plus one.
I'll drop on one knee and offer him the ring.
Oh, I guess it's my turn now.
Ovalaka squeals inside of your head and is so excited and immediately starts creating albums
Core memory.
Oh, God.
of your memories. And so you now have just
It's like
copies of your memories tucked into albums that
You have a flashback
Exactly.
sequence of all the adorable
The-
moment that you
Gondola
two have
is
had
so
together.
mad. Gondola's so mad. You have no idea.
Yeah,
I
that's,
love I'm imagining Gondol being built like Dame Aelin from fucking Baldur's Gate
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Just imagine them sitting on a very tiny chair that's like Ovalaka size but not
Exactly.
Gondol size. And she just sat there very angrily in a pink sundress. Do I have to get dressed up for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
yeah.
You have your ring of protection. You have a new trickster spirit. You have the skull key for this floor. Would you like to investigate further? We don't have much.
I'd like to
time left in
investigate
game,
this
but-
secret door. This is like the last
Absolutely.
secret door, right?
Well,
I
there
think
was
this
a
is the
passage
last-
down here that's filled with methane. So as long as you don't have open flame down there, you can clearly pass through it. You could also just try to burn the methane away if you stand far enough back. But yeah,
Yeah, actually, could
those are the two options.
we could just do that, right?
I want to do that.
Um, Sven, do me a favor. Could you flick that switch to the methane tunnel?
Flick.
And while that's happening, can I make a general check about
Walk away.
my knowledge about methane?
You sure can.
Would this just be an intelligence check, or a history check or something?
This would be a nature check, I think.
Okay, that's also int-based. 20.
20, yeah. So methane is a very explosive natural gas. You've heard some people speculating that it can be used as a fuel source as opposed to other things, but it seems like a bad idea. In terms of naturally occurring bits of methane, it's a big problem in mines. It's extremely flammable, and in large amounts is explosively flammable. So this would functionally create a fireball if it were to ignite. So as long as you're 20 feet away, you should be okay.
Okay, that's basically what I wanted to know. And also the structural stability of this place isn't going to be borked.
Oh wait, what are you doing?
Depends on how much
Chloe,
methane
why
there
are
is.
you that close?
You don't necessarily know how much. Generally, methane's heavier than air, so it'll fill a cavity that it's in. So it's really only a problem in depressed areas. And given this is a tunnel down a flight of stairs, you don't know how far it's spread down there.
I would like to press the button again and then go back a bit and hurry the flame in there.
Okay, very nice. So yeah, you hurl a produced flame down there. It is indeed a third level fireball that goes up. The third level fireball is how wide is this space down here?
Very wide. Oh, does fire come out of here?
Yes, it does actually. Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
So the farthest place, no, it would just not reach it. You definitely see the light, but it just doesn't reach the grate. So you're looking. That was a 30-foot section of tunnel that was filled with methane. So you have functionally 30 fireballs going off right next to each other. So you hear a loud "ha-boom." The ground rattles and shakes. There's this flame gouts out everywhere. But once that's
Making
done,
us Iraq nervous.
once the smoke clears, you can see that the methane does seem to have been cleared out. You can vaguely hear the hissing and still smell it, but it'll take some time before it fills back up. With your 20 nature check, probably about 8 hours.
Okay, we can...
Alright, let's go investigate.
It'll refill at some point,
Or
but we
maybe
don't
somebody
need to
investigate.
investigate now.
Wongo told me to light it up while Sven was standing there, so can we maybe see if the next good one we get I can switch out, because this is a bit bad.
Never.
No, shut up. You are in out time. Into the corner.
No.
Talk with, I don't know.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah,
I will
what's stopping someone from just hot switching,
I mean, you'd have to find a way to kick it out of your head
gods.
first.
Yeah, no, but if you have like a second god that's unassigned, could you just keep on picking up the item to try and trigger the
Yes.
switch?
Hypothetically, yeah.
Theoretically,
But,
yes.
the spirits might not like that, and they might try to fuck with your autonomy if you fuck with them too much.
Wongo already does.
But okay.
Anyways, I'd like to go. I don't have an open flame. I'm going down
Yeah.
there.
Well,
We'll pick up
it'll be
my
about 8
torch again and
hours.
we'll
It'll be
go.
about 8 hours before it refills.
Yeah,
That is
I
gonna be
don't wanna risk
fine.
it.
You know,
Yes,
you're like, okay, no open flames down here, and then you look behind you and there's just Glowie holding the torch like, hi.
Yes.
It'll be sick. Olaf just tried to like grit his teeth and like adhere to the
Elspeth
bow and
will use
values.
prestidigitation to like snuff out the torch.
Nice.
Oi!
Then we don't have any light sources.
We have light.
it'll-
Produce flame. I want my torch back. He said it's gonna be fine for 8 hours.
No, I
Yes.
don't do much for rest. I don't want to do it.
Anyways, I step into
Underground
the
water.
water. Like, so before
I don't know
step
if that's
into the water,
inspiration worthy, but
it
that is
flowing?
in tandem with your flaw. Well done.
Yeah, every time you every time you like try and light up the torch again, I will prestidigitate it away.
Wongo says this is why I hate Obalaka, and Obalaka says this is why I hate Wongo.
I just keep turning it on. This is so tedious.
And Moa is just like, we really need to find
It's-
a way to get rid of Wongo.
It's like those can't like birthday candles that you try to blow out and they relight themselves.
Also, I will say, there's no recharge on those Trickster Spirit abilities.
Yep.
There's no,
I would like to whack at Elspeth and then light my torch and then run around the corner.
Very nice. Which corner are you going to run around? You can see
down
it
here to the
goes off in two directions. You want to go south?
Is it flowing? Is it like
I wanna
rushing
go-
water, by the way?
I wanna go
yes,
south.
Reverse
it
water.
seems to be flowing away from you. to the north.
But is it like going to carry us away, or is it just like a gentle stream?
No, it's also very dirty. It's like it's a stream, but it's mostly mud.
I don't have water walk prepared, really.
Yeah, so this is going to be difficult terrain down here.
Walking?
If you have a ring of water walking, you're fine. But it is difficult terrain for anybody else that's walking. But yeah, Glowie, you can absolutely rush ahead.
Yeah, I want to ref at Elspeth with Ongo's ability.
All right.
That Elspeth cannot step up the thing.
You've already renamed this to Kitty Scream. Awesome.
This power is too much. I should not have given this to Glowie.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Wait, so you can just do this whenever? This is an at-will ability?
It's an at-will ability. Yeah, you're stunned. I would like to light my torch again, and then I
you run ahead.
Walk down here, and instead of action, and then I just gently put the torch on the side of the wall, and then I will transform into a fish.
Yeah.
And I'm not going.
Nice. Like a catfish, wiggle through the mud. Yeah, it's only a minute, so that out of combat, it's not too much of a hindrance. It's just annoying.
It's not a minute. It's 1 turn.
Oh, 1 turn, even less. Yeah, it's just
a minute would be absolutely busted.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Olaf's gonna get distracted from like this and go check on Elspeth.
Very nice.
I'm passing Fenrir.
The ghostly form that you can't physically interact with. Yeah. So Glow, you rush out.
I'm gonna see
I should actually check which fish form I have. Likely it's going to be a gator again because they were decent.
That works too. Yeah.
So I went to invisible, by the way.
Oh, very good. You turn invisible. Nice. So you're sloshing along after Glowie as a crocodile. So Glowie, you come around this corner. Water pours from cracks and seams through the rough walls of the cavern, whose floor is a muddy pool that flushes out into the tunnel beyond. Just above the pool's surface, you see a large treasure chest dangling from rusty chains embedded in the ceiling. The chest is larger than the others you've seen. It's about 6 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. And it dangles about 1 foot above the surface of the water. The pool itself, you're fine because you have a swim speed, but anybody else, the pool will be above their heads. The pool is about 6 feet deep.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing you notice with your little crocodilian eyes, the front of the lid facing the tunnel where you're coming from, there is what looks like a cackling demon's skull at the front of the lid, and in its mouth is a keyhole. You can't read right now, although the brain's still your brain.
Yeah.
So
I would have likely actually gone for a giant toad because it's better than the croc we could probably have.
There's an inscription in common under the demon's skull keyhole that says, "I devour all but the greatest thieves." Copy paste that.
I will talk to one, but that's got to be in there, right? We should let someone else open it.
One says, "Absolutely." You know what? I think we could probably get the one that Mo is inside of to do it. He's all clever and stuff and real noble.
Yeah.
Mo is easy to manipulate that way. He likes taking the fall for other people.
Yeah.
Although Obalaka does like to collect things.
I mean, they are married. They could do it together.
Mongo says marriage. Sounds like a terrible idea. Who would do that willingly?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Why do you need something so stupid to show that you care for each other? You can just care for each other, or not care for each other. You don't need marriage.
The two of you hang out there in the pool, having a conversation in your head about the failures of marriage. Olaf, you're invisible. What do you want to do?
I'm just going slowly around the corner,
right.
checking just.
So you're sloshing around this way. You can see that the tunnel continues on. There's a couple places where you'll have to squeeze, but it looks like this wends through most of the area. You can see that the grate is above your head here as well. So you can see that the tunnel wends and winds its way further northeast. I'm just going to unhighlight it for you real quick, or unfog of war it for you real quick, so you can see.
I'm also using the ring of water walking just to make this a lot easier.
Absolutely. So while Glowie is having their existential conversation,
I will call out at this point to Elspeth, like, I've reached the grate. I'm gonna go a bit north and then come back.
Yeah. So you keep on scouting. If you want to make me a stealth check with advantage, you certainly can. Because you are not depressing into the water at all, and you are completely invisible, so you are stealthy as fuck. What were you going to say, Abby?
Are you sure you don't want us to come with you?
Yeah, go for it. It looks pretty safe so far. I'll lead the charge, though, being invisible and all. And I'll come back and collect everyone, and then they'll probably just see the ripples of water as he's stepping along.
Exactly.
And follow that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very clearly leading somewhere, but you didn't quite see it as you were traveling along. So Glow, you
I'll
return
move
to the
at
group?
half speed so I don't lose them.
I would have returned to the group. I would have toed palm touch Elspeth and then point down the river. There's something important. I don't know how a toad would make big loot.
Glowie wants us for something they can't do when they're an animal.
I'll uninvisible and just say, okay, we'll look at that first. At least Glowie found something.
So about these 2 squares here where Elspeth is, that's the edge of the pool where you can safely walk. You'll have to be swimming to get further out there because the pool's about 6 feet deep. So your feet on the bottom, you'd all be underwater.
And is this chest suspended?
Yeah, it's about a foot off the surface of the water. So Olaf, with your ring of water walking, you'd have to crouch to get to it, but you could absolutely get to lockpicking height for it, or whatever else you want to do. It is chained to the ceiling. Each corner has a chain going up to the ceiling where it is bolted into the rocks.
Where was that inscription? Do we notice that?
Yeah. So the keyhole, which you can see depicted on the battle map here, it looks like a demon's face laughing, or demon's skull laughing. In the mouth is a keyhole, under which is the inscription, "I devour all but the greatest thieves."
And we've encountered a mimic before, haven't we?
You have, yes.
Yeah.
All of you. That's a pretty common thing to encounter in dungeons.
How high is the chest off the ground?
About a foot.
Oh, only a foot? I would like to use the toad's standing leap from the edge of the pool where it gets deeper and then jump on top of it.
Absolutely. You land on it. There's clinking and creaking. The chest sways in place. But it does not seem to react to you otherwise, other than the regular gravity of that situation.
Yeah, it's a large toad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try hitting the chest.
You're going to be scrambling to remain on top of this thing. But yes.
Can I go? So, you know in Dark Souls how the way we tell that something's a mimic is its chain is the wrong way?
Yeah. What I will tell you is it does not seem to eat Glowie, so it is not a mimic as far as you can tell.
I'm going to just give it a cautionary zap.
Yeah. Fire off. Make your attack roll.
Nice.
It bounces harmlessly off the edge of the chest.
Okay.
Don't we have keys that Sven collected?
You do.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate the lock without touching it.
Yeah, so you can get down to eye level with it with your ring of water walking. You can make me an Arcana check. Or I guess this will be... Yeah, no, Arcana makes sense.
Arcana are tools, either or sleight of hand? I don't know.
Wait, no, this is perception because you're looking at the lock. You can give me both. Perception and Arcana. Yeah, it seems to be a simple lock on the inside. You see the bits of the tumblers exposed. With your Arcana, you can tell this is very clearly some sort of magical puzzle. It's not just a lock that you need to unlock. There's some sort of enchantment thing about this chest.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate the...
Enchantment colloquially, not the school of magic, you don't know. Yeah, the chains themselves, you peer up, very clearly you can see that they extend out of the top corners of each corner of the chest. They extend up... how far do the chains go? I think that's... it doesn't say how high it is. So it's probably 12 feet in the air. So the chains extend 12 feet to the top of this chamber, and they're stuck into the ceiling with bolts. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe try behind the waterfall?
I will. Even though I know there's probably nothing, because the way the map is structured, I am gonna sort of like poke a stick through the waterfall.
Absolutely, yeah. You poke the waterfall, and it's water. It rushes past the stick.
But there's only a wall behind it. There's nothing else.
Yeah, just stone. There's like cracks in the stone. The water seems to be filtering down from the flooded area up on the surface.
It doesn't look like anything. I don't quite trust this thing. It's got some EBGBs about it. Should we investigate north first and see if we come across anything else?
Sounds like a good plan.
I just got a brilliant idea. So the chest says that it devours even thieves, right?
All but the greatest of thieves.
I'm currently a giant toad that has a swallow ability.
Oh, you want to try to swallow the chest?
I would like to swallow the chest.
Absolutely.
I like that. Okay, we're turning our back. We're about to walk away.
And then you just see the frog jumping off the chest, and then you're like, "Arl."
So yeah, you're
More
now
chains
hanging
coming out of
off
your
of this the chains hanging from the ceiling.
Yep.
Because the chains are still attached. Anybody want to break the chains?
What the
I'm just
fuck
gonna
are you
like.
doing, Glowie?
I'm just gonna like watch. Like I could try breaking the chains, but like, I just want to know what went through your head. Do you know?
Glowie.
What?
What is your tongue doing?
What that tongue do?
What that tongue do?
Same fucking brain cell, I swear to God.
For some reason, the giant toad does not have a tongue attack in this game, which I think is a shame.
That'd be
But
a
I would
giant
like to
crab.
use the bite attack to try to chomp off the chains, and I guess we can flavor it as the tongue going to
Fair
smack
enough,
the chains.
fair enough. I will let you do this. So I have the AC for the chains here, as well as the damage. So you can make your attack, do your damage, but I'm also going to need you to make a sleight of hand check, and you'll find out why if you do poorly.
It's a 17 to hit. I'm guessing they are immune
17
to poison
absolutely
damage.
hits. Yeah, the poison won't affect them, but the
But it's 9 bludgeoning damage.
9 bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
it's actually piercing damage, but I feel like this.
Piercing damage, yeah. That does not break the chains, unfortunately. They have 10 hit points each.
Oh, yeah,
But-
so close. And sleight of hand, you
Sleight of
said,
hand,
which would
yeah.
be my sleight of hand.
The toad sleight of hand.
No,
'Cause you're
for
toad-
wild shape, I keep my proficiencies, but I'm not proficient. Actually, it would be an 11.
Your mental stats.
My mental stats stay
Keep
the
your
same.
proficiencies, but the dex of
physical
the
stats
frog.
become the toad, so my dexterity is currently 12 instead of 14, so I get an 11 instead of 12.
Unfortunately, that's not good enough. The DC for this is higher than that. So your tongue wanders around and just, unfortunately, brushes a little too far into the keyhole, and the chest thinks that you are trying to pick the lock with your tongue. And the rest of you watch as Glowie chomps onto this chest. You hear a popping sound, and all of a sudden, Glowie is gone.
What?
With that, like a second later, you hear 4 clinks as the bolts from the ceiling release. The chest splashes into the water, and because it is very heavy and made of metal, it immediately sinks to the bottom. Glowie, does your toad have water breathing?
Yep.
Toad can breathe air and water.
Okay. You're also squeezed into this right
Oh,
now.
no.
So a large creature can squeeze into a medium space, but you are not comfortable.
God
So.
fucking damn it. Olaf face plants forward and dives into the water that way.
Very nice. Yeah, so you can absolutely hold your breath as you dive down here. It's good down there. So,
Olaf's
yeah.
wearing his goggles and he's just gonna try and use a crowbar to just pry this thing open from the side.
Absolutely.
See,
It's
probably
very
seeing
tricky,
it
but
like
I
the
just
child
find it
went
really
into the
funny.
lock and then got popped.
What was that, sorry?
It's like I'm avoiding the lock intentionally because he probably saw the
Gotcha,
tongue go.
gotcha.
You know what? Should I make a perception check first? To see
No,
if
I
saw
think it's
the tongue?
reasonable.
I don't think you would
the
have been able
warning
to
on
see
the lock,
the
it
chest
makes
because I
sense.
ate it.
This is the trap that you spotted with your Arcana check earlier. Trying to pick the lock and failing teleports you inside of the chest. At least, it may actually do it if you succeed too, who knows. Either way.
Yeah. Are there
don't
hinges
fuck
in the
with the
back
lock.
of the thing?
Yeah,
fuck
obviously.
with the hinges
It's
in
a
the
full
back?
chest, it's just magically locked shut. So yes, you can make me a athletics check disadvantage because you're underwater.
Sure. We have a few rounds of doing this anyways, because Glowie can hold their breath and I can hold my breath.
Yep.
18. Disadvantage.
It actually doesn't matter if you can breathe water, because the problem is the chest is airtight. So what is the con score of the toad?
The con score of the toad
the
is
modifier. The con modifier.
+1.
Okay, so that's a minute plus 1 round, I think is how that works. Or number of rounds times your con modifier.
Number of minutes equal to your con modifier.
There you go, so 1 minute. So you have a minute here. So that's 10 attempts. 18. Yeah, you manage to get it into place. You shove it down. Let's see here. It doesn't describe what to do if somebody tries to break the chest open without the lock.
I mean, the greatest of thieves would avoid the lock in the first place if it's
that's
trapped,
fair,
right?
you know?
Yeah, I was trying to avoid the lock.
If you can dismantle somebody's hinges, you might as well do that rather than...
Yeah, I think with an 18, you managed to bust off one of the hinges in the back. Some water begins pouring into the chest, Glowie.
Yay!
Yeah, I will have said to Elspeth, like, I'm not trying to break the chest open. Just, if there's a sudden bubbling, that means I've been displaced.
So, yeah, you can make me more athletics checks with disadvantage. You have 9 before Glowie dies.
I mean, there's water coming in now, so it should be fine.
Oh, that's true.
Well...
High enough? No.
22.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah, so you pop the other one. So, Glowie, you were teleported inside of this chest. You were wrapped in many, many, many rusty chains. You are suddenly freed from the chest, but you're still wrapped in chains. Water breathing means you're fine. The other thing, the inside of this chest was lead, so there's no way to see through it. You also, you're freed. Olaf can absolutely help you out of the chains. There was other stuff inside of this chest. Real quick, either one of you or both of you can make checks to try to grab the stuff that was inside of this chest. You can't really see well down here because you're in the mud.
And it's
I
really
feel like
heavy
it
because
would be suddenly stuck to my body because I squished so hard into the
You are
chest.
sticky and you were a large creature. So I'll let you make this sleight of hand with advantage. Olaf, you just do it flat.
19, which is actually 18 because I'm a
7.
Okay. So, with a 19, I think you get the most important thing here stuck to you, Glowie. So, Glowie, there is a femur with a cork on one end that is just stuck to your forehead. Unfortunately, the rest of the stuff is lost to the mud as the chest tips over. But, yeah, you're able to swim back to the surface. So, Glowie, you get to safety. You could peel that femur with the cork on it off of your forehead. Does anybody want to do anything with this?
I do have to say that is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen you do. And at risk of sounding like my mother, incredibly risky.
Olaf is gonna be like whacking the fucking.
You know what?
Like
I can
water out
hear.
his
I can
beard.
hear the role play in there. You can have an inspiration.
Oh, I am actually full, so.
Also, honestly, Olaf, you diving in to rescue your friend despite them being entirely their fault. That's also a good role play.
How about you just let them die?
You can have one as well.
Nice.
I want to frog tongue Elspeth's cheek.
I will clasp both hands around the chains and melt them, breaking them apart.
Very good. Yep. So.
And then, yeah.
Riley.
I don't know how frog tongue would feel like, but I'm guessing it's similar to lizards, where
Also,
it's
I'm gonna
just
have
like...
to assume. So, Sven continues to nap.
Well,
Good choice.
well,
I'll say to
You've
Glowie,
had a short rest by
you
now,
don't
Sven.
get,
You can roll your hit dice.
you don't get to be affectionate with me after putting that scream in my head.
Affectionate.
You think all this chaos takes up an entire hour?
No, but by the time they get back to you, I think so. Also, I just
Okay.
want to wrap things up because I'm gonna have to leave real quick.
Yeah.
Olaf, you're the only one not arguing at the moment. Would you like to investigate the femur?
oh my god, it's a 5 bonus, St. Mark!
No, it's got a cork on one end. Do you want to pull the cork
It's
out?
Saint Macovia.
It's probably... Sorry, I always call it Markovia, and it's like Marika sounds better because Elden Ring. Do you want me to make an Arcana check or an investigation check?
Absolutely, yeah. You can do either.
This is either a potion or a sealed
Whatever
spell
skill you
scroll
want to do.
me.
Yeah, it's probably a scroll case
24.
or something.
Yeah. So the femur is non-magical. It seems to be a container of some kind. And it seems to be airtight, hence the cork.
Oh, 1 second. I pop it open?
Absolutely. Inside, you can see that there's a bit of magical paper. I'll carry that Arcana over. You can tell that this is a spell scroll, and as you unroll it, I believe this is on your spell list, so you should just be able to tell what it is. It is a scroll of remove curse. So you have another one.
Yeah.
That's very good. I'll seal it up, put it back in the scroll, and put it onto his belt.
I want to eat it.
Wafting, like squeezing the water out of his beard like a sponge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Elspeth, do you know how to shave a man?
Why would I know how to do that?
If only you had left still with you.
Obalaka says, but what if you cut him? You don't want to cut him. He's your beloved husband.
I don't know, but I don't know if I can handle this much beard by myself.
Moa says it makes you look distinguished. And he's disappointed in you being such a...
That curse is already gone, by the way.
Yes, but I still have the beard.
Yes.
You do have...
Imagine... Yeah, sorry?
You do have a certain similarity to... there's this actor back in Neverwinter. He's called Oscar Isaac.
Duke Leto Atreides down here.
Yeah, but the
Too
thing
noble for his
is,
own good.
Oscar Isaac's length of beard, good. But I'm thinking this is a full Gimli.
Yeah, we can trim it a bit.
I think while all this is going on, the spirit of Fenrir is just huddled up to Sven, just
I like the fact that
spectrally.
Fenrir's spirit is very warm.
Yeah, exactly. He's a fire wolf. So yeah. Okay.
Oh, Yorm loves him
Exactly.
then.
With
Can I try?
What? One last thing.
Can I try to eat the scroll compartment that's currently on Olaf's belt?
Was that Glowie or Wongo?
A bit of both.
Because I think for the sake of our sanity, that's a little too much.
Okay.
I'm gonna, if that happens,
But it could be playful. It could be a playful roleplay.
On the nose.
Yeah, you just see the tongue that already went to Elspeth just goes towards Olaf's belt, but kind of misses. I feel like you would notice what Glowie's trying to do.
Yeah.
Bad frog.
Bad toad. And with that, bad toad. You know what? That's what I'm going to call this this episode's bad toad. So thank you so much for playing. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for being willing. Riley, I'm sorry I didn't give you an inspiration this time, but you will have lots of chances to roleplay next time. Maybe when you're feeling a little better. And of course, we're gonna get a trickster spirit in you sometime.
We need to get rid of Wongo.
Yes. bad spirit.
Also, my mind for giant frogs and toads instantly just goes to the anime trope of them just eating people and everything around them, so I can't stop myself.
Fair. It's maybe 4 p.m.-ish, so you've got about 6 hours before nightfall outside, which means in about 4 hours you may have to start worrying about night hags. That is another thing to remember. With that, I've been Spencer, your Dungeon Master. I'm going to go pee, and then I'm going to drive for an hour to a wedding.
Hey, enjoy. I hope they have good food.